gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. Let's get ready to rumble!
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever the case may be. Welcome to Drawn and Quartered. Nobody's here but me and the girls. Girls.
Hi! Where'd everybody else go?
Kevin's phone is out.
Oh.
Jeff said he couldn't make it. Matt said he'd be late. Elliot hasn't responded. I didn't hear anything from Alan. And Terry, our special guest tonight, will be rolling in a bit, I guess.
Okay.
So maybe Matt, and then Terry, and then. So you know what? Why don't we just like? This is gonna be me cheating. Why don't I just work on?
I was going to suggest it. I didn't want to, just tease.
Right. So we're gonna do Savage Land because I did a couple of. I did Rogue and I did.
There's Psylocke.
No. Rogue. The standard Savage Land duo is Rogue and Storm.
Oh, okay.
Right. And so then I did Psylocke, just for grins, and then that sold immediately.
Okay. So that one's not available.
I started working on the Savage Land Phoenix.
Gorgeous.
And Jiminy's giving me crap because I have her hair in a freaking Dutch braid. Even though her hair is in a Dutch braid too. Jason's like, no, don't put her hair like that. I'm like, shut up, dude. Shut up, dude. Oh, and also I have a Christmas sale on my Instagram right now. Actually, it's on my website, micahsmellerart.com, if you want to get any Injustice page.
Yeah.
Like any Injustice page, except for with rare exception. Like splash pages, and then there's a couple of key scenes that I'm not going to sell.
Just hold on to. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but other than that, $500 out the door. So that's been nice past few days. So yeah,
Pretty.
I'm gonna do that. You girls can do anything you want.
Yay!
I was gonna do a Wonder Woman, Savage Land Wonder Woman, but it's not. It's not a. There's not a lot of heads. Oh my gosh! I may actually.
Hi, Alan.
Other people start showing up. Yeah. Course
it's
correction.
Okay. You can work on Phoenix if you want.
Right. I almost didn't come in. I'm feeling a little under the weather. So
I'm so
if
sorry.
I seem a little quiet, you know what's up.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of people are getting a Christmas bug. That's not
it's going around my house.
Yeah, my wife is having issues too, so that's why I quit earlier. I was doing a whatnot earlier, and I quit to go make dinner.
Okay, well that's good.
I made a lovely beef stroganoff. It's just simmering on the.
Ooh, wait, does beef stroganoff have pasta?
I don't want to hear about it.
Oh, sorry.
It's
just
rich beef sauce.
I love it too, but not right now.
I'm so sorry. Well, hopefully it'll be mostly over by the time Christmas Eve rolls around.
Yeah, I hope it's just a bug.
Yeah,
just a little bug.
Just a little bug. They can get that out of its system.
So are you gonna be drawing, Alan?
Yeah, I'll draw. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, a very special guest who has not been here in a long time. One might say in a coon's age.
That's a
Very
term I've never heard before.
You know what?
A dog's age, a coon's age.
coon's age.
Hey, it all works out. I think it's one of those
Okay,
things.
so that saying existed prior to that being a slur, and it was
No,
because
no,
raccoons were
look,
suspected of having extraordinarily long
obviously,
lives.
if you got to explain it, that's what makes it racist. If you let it roll, just let it roll, and you're good to go. But if you got to be like, oh, so what I meant by vanilla ice was the ice cream. Like, no, just let it roll. just let it stand. It's all good.
Let it flow. Let yourself go. Terry Huddleston, ladies and gentlemen. How long has it been since you were on?
Shit. I was a voting Democrat. That's how long it's been. It's been a while. I want to say
Terry chose the red pill.
Yeah. I mean, what's funny is you use that, and I use the term too as shorthand because people understand what it means.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like the cartoon nature of that, like really we're just promoting, masculinity in general. Like it's not like I think all women should be subjugated. And what's funny is men never thought that. That's like the feminist propaganda of men wanted to all the men were subjugating all the women all the time, everywhere, all at once. And it's like, no, it was Harvey Weinstein's all the way down. It was powerful men subjugating everybody all the time, all the way down. But, look, you go back to any time, fucking weak men have to give up some booty hole too. So, you know what I mean? So, it's true. I mean, have you ever seen a prison economy?
It's true. It's
yeah. It's not.
Well, I haven't seen it personally, but
of course we have. We're nerds. We have no business. We have no business being in there.
Well, I went to juvie hall.
I saw
Anyways,
Diddy already had some whole
Terry,
business.
we're gonna not do the swearing thing, if that's
that is
possible.
That is.
All right.
Yeah, I can do it. I can.
You could do it.
I can make it happen. It's my only vice. It's my only vice. I'm pretty square most of the time, but something about cussing makes my teeth white. But I will basically go PG-13.
Rock and roll. What's up? Comic artist says he hasn't watched Miller in a while. It must be
artist.
Nice to see you still going. Well, what's up, dude? Did you see me over on Cecil's chat? Is that why you popped over here? I was over on Cecil's chat for the first time in a very long time.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
nice.
Anyways, so you guys want to do the whole competition thing, or can I just work on my thing?
Oh, I was just gonna work on my thing anyway.
Oh, yeah,
work on your
thing.
thing night, Savage Land. Work on your thing night. Let's go. All right, I'm gonna be coloring this one. Which will be good because I never actually get to the coloring
right
on
and
Drawn and
cool
Quartered,
process.
and it's like I feel like some people could benefit. You want to see some of the stuff I'm doing, Terry? So I'm on Whatnot a lot. I told you already, right? So I'll be doing stuff like this, full color sketch covers.
Yeah, that's cool.
So commissions like this.
Oh, that came out wild. Is that one already spoken for, or is it still?
It is not. It's in my store.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yeah. This is my last geisha that I've done. Hasn't sold yet, so I'm not doing another one.
That's cute though.
That's what I've been doing.
Very, very cool concept.
All markers. I mean, markers and brush, obviously.
Well,
so now I'm doing Savage Land Phoenix.
Is the ink in a couple of different colors? Like I feel like some of the lines are warmer in tone.
Yeah, because I found that there are colored
awesome.
Copic multi-liners.
So how are they? Are they awesome?
Freaking awesome.
Oh my gosh.
They only come in one size though. I don't know.
Oh well, yeah, but that uniform line depth looks really cool with this.
Yeah. So I can actually do like color holds in my
nice.
All right.
I wasn't sure if I was just imagining it, but it looks good. I mean, it always looks good, but that's cool.
Oh, thank you all. Thank you. Okay, well, 1, 2, 3, go. Let's see what Terry's doing. Tell us what you've been up to, Terry.
Oh, that's
so
sweet.
This is a commission I'm working on for a client. He has his own kind of custom Spider-Punk.
Spider-Punk.
Oh, I love it. That's
I'm
so
working on
cool.
that. I'm actually doing that and a Gwen to go with it. So
Are these
nice.
vectors or rasterized?
No, it's raster. I just know how to ink.
Really?
Yeah,
Nice.
sweet ink. Yeah.
So your lines are just that clean.
Yep.
Okay.
I've always that's why me and Mike became friends back in the day. Clean line inkers we're a dying breed.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Especially with
and it's not
the
the
advent
veggies.
yeah, so it's
Looks so cool.
There's going to be
very much.
Unfortunately a time where you're going to be able to tell AI to just ink your stuff in the style of.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about that, only because AI art is so generic.
Yeah, it is.
That it doesn't like I'm of me and Mike had this conversation the other day. I'm of two minds when it comes to AI art, where yes, like I hypocritically don't want AI art in Comic-Con at all.
Yeah,
because obvious reasons, not because I'm a morally upstanding guy, because I don't want to have to compete with a machine. I'm not John Henry. I don't want to have to compete with the craft guy that can make 100 posters in 2 seconds, and now he's got a full booth for everything that's hot. I need to put the brakes on that. It's one, but even if that happened, if they had AI Con, then yeah, let the AI artists go there and compete amongst themselves.
Well, that's
yada
true.
yada yada.
Well,
Which I can see that happening.
Like they should have the transgender Olympics.
No, just put them in the put them in the category that they belong in, or because I mean, if
there
you
wouldn't be
notice,
any.
It's only been going one way. It's only been going one way. It's not like, man, they put that that trans male into like a men's boxing league, right? They don't do that because that's
I read an article about there's this poor guy, and I think it was like some kind of like art event that was like at his place of work. Like they were doing like as kind of a hobby, say, hey, let's have an AI art contest. So everybody made art entries for whatever it was, and that guy was kind of like, ooh, and he was an artist, so he just straight up did a drawing and entered it and won. And then they found out he actually drew it, and so now like, hey, we should disqualify him for actually drawing. And he's like, hold on.
Wow. Yeah, it is
clown
like
world.
It's got its things. I just don't think that it needs to be AI art. I'm talking about, not the other thing. Needs to be in Comic-Con, just because it's. I feel like the customer is going to get inundated with a lot of garbage product, and it just lowers the taste levels.
It's nice to go and meet an artist and like find something you like, and especially if you want to have something commissioned, like be able to share in the experience of something being brought together. That can be kind of a cool feeling. I mean, I do realize that a lot of people do almost exclusively make prints and sell them, and that's okay. Or they do art and then like reproduce it for like I've seen people who make like stickers. Or
I'm one of them. I'm one of those print people. Some would say I invented the print industry. So
really.
Some would say that.
You
I think Terry invented the wall o prints.
Yeah, I know, right? Like I'm the they're gonna put I'm gonna have the dueling stories of he was a tyrant or a hero, whatever the case may be. But
I would just call you Patient Zero.
Patient Zero. Well, look, we had to compete with you pro artists somehow. And so I had to make a red light district that actually mattered. And who knew?
When I rolled in and started doing conventions, Terry was like, "Get him out of here."
No, I didn't do that. I didn't do that at all. I've always welcomed competition. Like competition is the thing that keeps the industry, which goes back to what I'm saying before. If we got no competition, then what are we even doing? Like we're just basically, we might as well just be merch vendors. And don't call it art. Don't call it art. Just call it merchandise. That being said, I've seen some amazing stuff done with AI, mostly in the motion department though, like the video department. Sure, like that is. I'm not gonna lie. I'm all suckered in on that. As far as like, I'm gonna watch the first legit AI show if it's good. I don't have a moral quandary. No.
Have you seen David? House of David?
I saw the commercial for it. Actually, I didn't see it.
They used AI for their special effects in there. and like
Oh wow.
you wouldn't
Nice.
know. You wouldn't be able.
Yeah,
Well,
and
I mean,
once
because
again,
you know, but
right.
like
No,
I've talked to
I'm-
people who didn't know, and they did like, oh, really? I didn't notice.
I'm
mean-
completely AI brain now to where sometimes I'm like, oh, that's AI, and it's not even AI. I'm just
Yeah.
That's where we are, right? Like where
Yeah, I
everything-
did that today on Twitter. Some video. I was like, Grok, is this AI?
I
And it
mean,
was-
the cat's playing an electric guitar, so maybe.
No, the problem
Right.
with it is, I mean, like even today I saw Doug Tenaple like posted this thing where someone made an AI video of Victor David Hansen saying stuff that he never would have said.
Oh no!
Like, and you're gonna get that level of crap that people are gonna believe it because it's like it's really good at
It's the video.
maybe
right?
not like cadence and tone and stuff, but like the voices are just.
Oh yeah,
dead on.
I played around with the voice stuff with some scripts that I wrote, and you can put intimations in it, and so you can in a whining voice have Mike Miller go, "Oh, I wish I can draw better," and it would sound like Mike Miller saying, "Oh, I
No,
never
literally
liked
because
Game
I
of
would
Thrones."
never say that.
I know. Why would I use it to say something you would say? Like I if I'm gonna denigrate, then I gotta go all the way. But it is what it is. But I was, another conversation me and Mike had off line is that I think if you don't know how to use AI art and you're an artist, you are a fool. You're just plain stupid.
Mhm.
Like you're just I don't the moral, but it's still I don't give a damn. Like you crap, a toot. Sorry, I don't care. Like you need to learn how to use it.
Bam's allowed.
Okay, whew. All right, I'm still good. We'll start a Terry jar where every time I cuss I owe a fraction of or a percentage of a penny. That way it never really quite add up to anything.
Was it divided
Yeah,
by
it
half?
might.
I know that'd be a shame if it did. Like you still owe us 1 minute. Terry. Like, how did that happen?
$6, Terry.
But it's such a powerful tool, and I think what we need to be promoting is what it looks like in the hands of creatives more so.
Right.
Not necessarily like despite like you should let normies have it, but I feel like I feel like all the artists kind of like instantly because of the terrible naming convention of calling it AI art. Because when it was called remember that Russian app that aged you up, everybody jumped on that. It was so fun. That was AI, right?
Yeah.
That was AI, right? Well, we did not care until they called it AI art, and then everybody
Then it was a thing. Yeah.
everybody got up in arms, and I think just like the hypochondriacs they are, they overdid their protest, but also they did it online, which is the thing that makes AI art more powerful because it feeds off of algorithms. Duh. So like it's just funny that the thing that people hate the most, which is capitalism and corporations and all that, they enrich. Like capitalism is so magnificent that it's able to sell you back anti-capitalism as a product. Like that's crazy. like when you got like Apple TV, when you got Apple TV and Amazon doing like anti-capitalist shows like Severance and whatever, you're like, what?
Really?
Well, yeah, they put out exactly like what, but you guys are the
Yeah, it's like that. You always see that meme of the screw capitalism on the back of a computer, on the back of an Apple computer, right?
There you go. Perfect.
Yeah,
It's like they're trying to, Apple was trying to give you, good freedom fighting tips against fighting the man. It's like, shut up.
Yeah, you are the man.
I think that in House of Rock, I think the hero was saying like, yeah, the man had everything, but the man didn't have rock. And then the man made MTV, and then the man had rock. That was pretty funny.
No, that's correct. And now we all hate MTV.
I don't think
Well,
that
because MTV doesn't have rock on it anymore.
No, they don't. They couldn't. They couldn't. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna throw me and Mike under the bus. But we're old enough to remember the impact of MTV, and it was like a new medium.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. Music
it I mean, it's easy to go music video, but that stuff, I almost said the cuss word. I stopped myself. That stuff like really changed the culture. Like we went from having to catch it on the radio whenever it came out to now the video. The video was such a like, oh my God, I gotta go watch the video.
You remember recording songs off the radio?
Yes, yeah, I remember recording videos where you like, oh, we got the video because they would do like a countdown, the new Michael Jackson video in 2, 3, 2. And
It will only be on every hour.
Right. Yeah. We didn't know. I do kind of miss. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, just sorry. Someone mentioned that MTV was like the original social media because everyone saw it and we all talked about it.
Sure.
I can see that.
That's how we all connected.
Well, television in general kind of was the water cooler thing where
Terry, this is Jason Jiminy. He's older than us.
there it is.
He remembers.
But I'm young at heart.
May I ask by how much?
Well, how old are you?
I'm 47.
Oh, heck. You're a
He
child.
remembers when TVs turned into color.
Oh, wow. Oh no, So look, here's the thing about Gen X. Like there's really nothing that changes from I'd say boomers all the way up to anybody born in 2005. Like we literally had the same everything. And so yeah. Did you get whoopings? Yeah, you did.
I'm black. We all did.
There you go. Did you have to play outside till the lights came on? Yes, you did. Like
No, I stayed inside all day.
Yeah, you did. There ain't no dang way. Unless
I did.
hey, no, you look once again. See, you got indoor privilege. Then I didn't get to stay indoor at all.
No, my parents just got tired of trying to drag me outside. It's funny because when we were kids, my brother and sister played outside, and when we moved when I was 8, some of my neighbors didn't even know they had a third kid because I never went outside.
Wow, you was that kid.
Yeah.
You was that. Yeah, I get it. Look, I'm an introvert as well, but I still had to go outside. Like so, I kind of got brute force acclimated to peopling at a very young age. But look, you don't get to be an artist, especially a comic artist, without having some really maladapted indoor kid psychology.
Thanks.
No, it's true. Like, how do you get good at drawing, but you're like out, getting girls and hanging out and dance? No, you're at home drawing and you're on the paper because we get the dopamine hit from finishing stuff. So yeah, it's I tell young or parents of young kids this all the time at Comic-Con and I break down their kid. They're like, oh my God, how do you know? I'm like, because you don't get to be an artist unless you're kind of a weirdo. Like it goes hand in hand. Like normal people don't want to stay in the house 16 hours a day drawing stuff.
That's how you get good at it.
Yes, we do.
Exactly. No, well, we do, but once again, we're like the X-Men here right now. So we just got different types of mutant powers.
Yeah. We're not like the Muggles.
No, we're not. It's true. It is a very Harry Potter type thing where, like, to be a creative of any type, you try to resist it. You try to be humble, but the older you get, the less you care. You're like, yeah, I'm better than you. I'm sorry.
Oh,
like you just got laid off of your job again. Like, that sucks. I draw men in tights for a living. Like, I'm so sorry about it. Because if you think about it, and look, here's why I say we got to get our revenge. And once again, you're 55. You're 55. You remember when they told us artists we weren't, what?
No, he's 59, right, Jimmy?
59?
no. One day, hopefully.
60?
I hope to reach that one day.
Wait, you're not 55. You're not only a year older than me.
Yes, I am.
Really?
Yes.
Why do you
Both of
seem
you-
so
I
old?
just seem more mature, Mike.
No,
There
not
it is.
mature.
Oh, wow. Whoa.
Oh,
More see now?
yeah, there
look,
you go.
But both of you got the speech about how you should give up art and go get a real job and you're never going to get anywhere. We all got that. We didn't get that
Oh, yeah.
support the millennials got with art. They got
Actually, I got the opposite.
What is wrong with you? What is?
That's blame my parents. I wanted to go into engineering. My parents says, don't waste your time.
Are
Stick
you
to art. It's the only
serious?
thing you're good at.
My dad wanted.
No, that's smart. Your parents were smart. Your parents were 100% correct.
Of course, I didn't listen to them. But now I came back.
You rebelled. I rebelled
I
against you.
realized they were right.
You're like a reverse Forrest Gump. Where you did everything backwards. Like,
Yeah,
nope, I
pretty
didn't
much.
experience that at all. I actually stayed indoors and succeeded. I blew up the Death Star and became a Jedi by not going anywhere. Like,
Hey, it's the easy route.
hey, it's an archetype for a reason. So you
Funny.
win. You
Sorry,
win.
I'm still baffled that Jason's only a year older than me.
What?
You should.
You think I was Jeff Potts' age? Oh, that's mean. Why'd you say that, Mike?
I'm just saying, dude. You just,
Why'd you laugh at that, Mike?
you come off as
Terrible. It's
yeah.
awful.
old.
Oh.
What?
Oh, Mike, you're definitely the grumpiest one in this.
He
group.
is.
Come on.
I'm not grumpy.
I call him Scrooge McMiller.
What?
Here's another commission I'm working on.
Oh, that's pretty.
Wow.
Anybody that?
Nice.
Oh, cool. Who is that?
Yeah, she's from a Vigia game, as they'd say in your nomenclature.
Oh,
Shadowheart, Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh, wow.
okay.
Yeah, if any, I don't know if you guys are cross-contaminated nerds where you play games and you draw, but I am. So
That's very cool.
Used to.
you know,
Ain't got time for that no more.
man, you gotta play a little bit of video games, man.
Well,
You might like Dispatch.
Dispatch.
So
Oh,
it's funny that you say that. Check this out.
Oh no, that's amazing!
This is what I'm working on right now.
Holy smokes! That's
So I'm gonna work.
really
I'm
dope.
gonna work on this then. I didn't know you guys would know anything about this. So I was like, I'm gonna work on something they might know. So this is what I actually was working on right
cool.
before.
Oh,
thing.
cool!
Well, that meant
I
to
just
be.
saw that for the first time a couple days ago on YouTube. It looked really good.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
So
The
mhm, go ahead.
developers from Telltale Games that
Uh-huh.
unfortunately went under, but a lot of their lead developers went and did this, like, I think it was like a Kickstarter project. They wanted to do a video game about comic book heroes.
Mm.
And they got together a bunch of YouTube actors, like, hey, this is our story, and I think they divided it into, like, was it 4 or 5 chapters or something?
Uh-huh.
And yeah, it's a really cool narrative game. It's got the really cool models because they look like they're kind of like cell shaded, so it looks kind of comic booky, but the action's good. Really good colors.
Now,
it's mostly stylized.
Is it like a choose your own adventure? I mean, how does it work?
It kind of, sort of. It's pretty much the story's on rails, but you can kind of take deviations to get to certain, story beats. But it's got a pretty much it's a binary. I think you can get one of two type endings. So here's the thing. I'm gonna lose everybody here. I didn't love the dialogue. I felt like it was me and Mike and Jiminy writing 20-year-olds. And so it was kind of cringe to me in that sense. But
So you've read Mike's comics.
Hey.
here you go. But what made me kind of slingshot into this supreme optimism is that the superhero designs are very simple. I'm gonna show you guys real quick.
That is true.
And so I was like, man, if designs this simple went this viral, like maybe comic books aren't dead. Like, superhero media outside of comics aren't dead after all. And so it kind of motivated me to do my own thing, because I've always wanted to do a kind of pastiche superhero thing, kind of like Invincible without I think what if superhero but evil trope is dead, but
geez, I hope so.
And these are
yeah, they kind of did it straight in Dispatch. That's one thing I do respect. They did it straight. The good guys are good. They're not secretly, kicking cats and eating dogs and stuff like that. So
I think he's doing Dispatch for it's a new team of superheroes, because there's like a company that hires out superheroes for helping with issues, and they're kind of like the Z team, like the last team, and this is like where all the new heroes kind of join on, but most of their recruits are former bad guys that are trying to turn over a new leaf. And so they can be a little rough around the edges.
They recruited at Alcoholics Anonymous or what?
I mean, so that's one of the parts I had a contention with, because not that they were villains, but they pretty much were just jerks. They come off more like ex-jerks than like we were criminals. It was just like, no, they just got real bad social skills.
Yeah,
but they're gonna get better.
That's true, and that's a lot of what he does is kind of help them be better people.
Now, is
Right,
it just
right.
the one game, or is it a series of games?
Yeah,
Um,
no, it's one game. One
Okay.
It's
just
one
came out.
game that they released in like 4 or 5 chapters.
Mm.
So each, which is kind of daring. Like the entire series of chapters came out within like each chapter was released, I think about 2 weeks apart, and they're about
Mhm.
4 chapters, and I think each chapter was like $30. So
Oh, wow. Okay.
that was a lot of stuff coming out pretty quickly. But
That's
What
pretty
platform is it on?
it's currently on Steam,
Steam.
although they are working on a Nintendo Switch version.
Okay.
Yeah, but it actually organically grew in virality, which you don't really see much nowadays.
Right.
Where it kind of was a flop at first, but then slowly over time, like as the chapters came out, like organic word of mouth was like, you got to play this game, you got to play this game, you got to play this
Right.
game.
Gotcha.
And the reason why it got on my radar is because customers, and I like money, kept asking me for it. So I'm like, and I'm like, I gotta look into this Dispatch. So I watched a 8-hour kind of playthrough because
Yeah.
as much as I champion video games, I ain't got time to be playing every game.
Right.
See?
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Play on it.
I'm with you on that. But
I ain't got time for that.
but Dispatch is probably something anybody that's doing classic superhero should look into.
Mm.
Because it shows you the limits that you can push with modernizing them, but also keeping some kind of of easy flair. They're not, like I said, they don't really have the most high tech outfits.
Right.
Their power sets are very ripped right out of X-Men and Marvel. If you just kind of made a mix, like what if Iceman was water instead, and they got Water Boy?
Right.
This guy
The
right
Water
here.
Boy.
You got Water Boy? There it is.
Yeah, that's Water Boy.
Hi,
This is Invisigirl. She's pretty much if you took Gambit and Sue Storm and combined her together. It's like,
Yep.
ooh, should we trust her or not? I can't stand her. I think she's a pure red flag. Once again, because I'm up there. I'm up there in age, so I'm like, there's no way I would be like, oh my god, that's sexy that she's spying on me while I undress. Wow. but there's that. She's the one because I like muscle mommies. Like they kind of made her into like the perfect girl, and you're waiting for her to be secretly evil. It never happens.
No.
Okay.
It's just no. Her only flaw is that she's perfect and adorable. So there you go. I don't even like white girls like that, and I still would have went for her. So there you go. Like look, you do a race swap. I'm in there with the bronze bomber instead of the blonde bomber. But hey, it is what it is. This guy is voiced by Aaron Paul, so Pinkman from Breaking Bad. That definitely didn't hurt things as far as getting some street cred. This guy is Jacksepticeye. I can't remember. I think this guy. This is something Gravy or something. Some guy. My daughter knew all the characters. This guy was Moist Critical, which you might know him, the bad guy.
Yeah.
And I don't know who Shroud is. Yeah, everybody loves Sonar.
He's funny.
Well, hey, that's how you get a big audience, right?
Yeah, no, it was a
All
genius
those
move.
Yeah.
And even if you didn't like it, because my youngest daughter didn't like the game, but she still knew all about it. It still was a conversation.
Okay.
Sure.
Cool.
And I think that's pretty much it's something that I kind of miss. You know, we don't really have national conversation entertainment anymore. And that just recently died. I mean, not once again, I'm gonna sound like a hater because I am. I didn't like Stranger Things, but at least it was a conversation show.
Yeah.
When it first hit.
I didn't like it either.
I was an early hater. Well, I'm gonna throw this out there as to why you may or may not didn't like it. Because I grew up in the 80s. The 80s was not that fun, y'all. The 80s was not that fun, y'all.
It wasn't fun.
It was not.
Bro,
that fun.
what are you talking about?
Not that
Come
fun.
on.
They had that broke A kid who had all the Star Wars toys and all the no.
That's true.
That was my best friend.
Exactly.
That was Brian Gibby. Brian Gibby had all the freaking toys, dude. He had every episode of Star Trek recorded on VHS. We were nerding out. I had like 4 Star Wars toys, and they.
I didn't have any Star Wars. I had 2 Transformers toys and a bunch of GI Joes because I would buy them at garage sales. So that's it. And I didn't grow up poor. I'm not doing that narrative. It's just even without that, my mom was not buying me that stuff.
Yeah.
Because you'd be like, Mom, I want the AT-AT Walker, and it's like $300. No.
Yeah, my dad. I mean, I remember they were $2.88 at Toys R Us, and I'm like, can I get some more? No, bro, it's
$2.
$2.88. I remember the price. I remember the price as a kid. And
You know what they're not now?
Oh yeah, any one of those now is worth like $600.
Sheesh.
That would have been a good investment.
I bet my Wookiee.
But my dad wasn't much of an investor. Plus, I
I
would have
mean,
destroyed it anyway.
Dude, if you would have tried to big brain your dad at 6, like, Dad, be a good investor and buy me these Transformer toys. It'll be a good investment. Like, none of us was that smart to pull that off. Like, don't be an idiot, Dad, after he gets done smacking you. It's like, no, son, I'm not gonna invest in your toy collection. You know, I can't tell you how many times I hear the story of people saying they had such and such in their collection, and then their mom threw it out, and I'm like, oh
yeah,
you know,
because it's just trash to them.
It's just trash to them.
It happened to me with Masters of the Universe. A neighbor kid, he's getting older, and he gave me all his collection. I was like the next door little kid.
Yeah.
He gave me his whole collection for free, man. I had like Castle Grayskull, a bunch of Skeletors, everything. And yeah, when it was time to move, my grandparents, who basically raised me, they're like, "You don't need these. They're just
Grandma, no."
See,
yeah." I didn't find out to where he got to our destination that they got rid of them. You know, that's how they did it. They did me dirty.
We have that in common as well. I was also raised by the grandmama, but you know, and it was funny. That's so common. It's not like a flex. Like, I was raised, like, yeah, who wasn't raised by their grandma? Our parents had to work like
My
2
grandparents
jobs.
were dead by the time.
Yeah, that's what it was. My mom was around, but she had to work.
Yep. I already know the narrative, man. It's one of those things. It was an interesting time back then, the before times.
The before times.
That's what it feels like now. My 15-year-old is like trying to like tell me stuff about stuff she discovered. I'm like, I was there initially. Like don't try to.
Yeah, I discovered fire.
Yeah, pretty much. I am proud of her though. She's real big in the Beatles, and she kind of got into them.
Right.
Nice.
Because
I got
there's a
in the Beatles when I was 13 too.
Yep, same here, which is weird. But she got in because there was a kid show named Beat Bugs. You might have heard of it. That pretty much takes all the Beatles songs and makes them into kid songs.
Oh,
and I'm listening to Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. I'm like, that ain't for kids, but I can't ruin it for her because I'm like, I'm gonna make it weird. Like, I'm gonna be the one that like ruins the song. So I'm just gonna not tell her it's about LSD. Like, just, you know what? Yeah, it's about a sky full of diamonds. Of course it is. Yep. Do not look at the initials of that and think about it too long. But yeah, she's 15 now, so it's all, you know, idiotic to try to go back. But she's a bona fide fan, and she's a Lennonite. I was a McCartneyite. She's a Lennonite. So
I was a Lennon. Yeah.
I mean, look, obviously, yeah. Lennon
I like the
was
Monkeys.
Oh wow!
The
See,
Monkeys. That was my first concert. Was the Monkeys? Middle school.
Here we go.
Except for freaking
down the street.
Freaking Michael Nesmith wasn't in the reunion tour.
Well, he was rich. He didn't need to be.
Because he's rich and he didn't need it.
I think I met him once.
Oh, really?
Is he the guy that kind of looks like you?
No.
Okay,
That's
there's
Mickey.
one. I met the
Mickey
one
Dolan.
that looks like if you see him.
Mickey Dolan doesn't look like he.
Yes, he does.
David Jones is probably the closest.
The fact that whoever you name, just if you know who I'm talking about, then I win the game on that one. I'm not even trying to I'm not trying to. I'll let you know when I'm coming at you, man. But, I met him. This was like damn near 15 years ago. So you know, just
Was
to
he short?
age him by that much. Yeah, he was short.
Yeah, David Jones.
Yeah, it's David Jones. I was so
Okay.
bummed when he died. That was
Okay.
one of those weird.
Tell you what, man, he
Thanks,
had
man.
all the ladies on him, dude. Like for real. Like I mean, all those older milfy ladies, they were all over him. Wow. Because he was at the bar. It was at Pittsburgh Comic Con. He was there as a guest, and And wow, I was like, that dude still got it. And I was like still young and sexy. I got nothing going on. So he won the game when it comes to that.
There are a lot of mustaches in this game.
Oh yeah, they
They're kind of
mustache. They're mustache friendly. The mustache representation is strong with this.
Yeah.
They kind of
At
came
least-
back. A lot of younger guys are
Like Viltrumites.
supporting them.
Yeah. I mean, in my opinion, this game definitely wanted to be Invincible, and they said, "Nah, you can't have the license," and so they just kind of did a hot swap because Blind Bomber
Good.
and,
What was
and-
the
and-
license that way? That's what killed Telltales.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think they kind of, and I'm guessing. I don't take this as truth. It just some of the designs, like she looks like Adam Eve to me, you know, and Visigirl is actually no, Flamberge is a lot like Rexplode. I'm like, man, these archetypes are archetyping, but you know, it is what it is.
Well, you know, that's how World of Warcraft came out.
Yep, it is. Yep, I am aware of that. That they basically
beef.
They pitched Warhammer, and Warhammer said no. And they're
I
like,
mean,
we'll do it ourselves.
I mean, Games Workshop, which I actually got a lot of Warhammer pieces myself that I've worked on. That they're notoriously dumb for not seeing, you know, being
Potential.
future leading.
Yeah,
Gosh, yeah.
Like
It's
it'll
like
never work.
it was like whoever worked at Mars and when Steven Spielberg wanted to use M&Ms and said no,
Nah.
or whoever worked at Mattel when they wanted to use Barbie for Toy Story and they said no.
No. What would we
All right,
want to
we'll
have?
just do Little Bo Peep then.
Yeah, it's one of those things, man. Like you know, you don't know until you get the hindsight 2020. This is gonna sound sappy, but it's true. Like every time I think back to, you know, when me and my wife got married, you know, we were very young, and I'm like, Jesus, that was like the best snap decisions I ever made in my life.
That's
Wow.
awesome.
Like wow, like whoa. It's like you want some of this Google stock? Like, nah, I'm good.
Nah.
And it ended up being like, whew, oh my God, I married the perfect woman for me.
Loki, who finds a wife finds a good thing.
Well, that is true. That is the saying, and I've always used that quote. And obviously, I think the reason why that gets muddled in today's age is because people are sifting through an infinite number of Lego blocks, and if you once again, I feel like people talk about all the privileges, but I feel like the biggest privilege is pre-internet privilege, because everything was local to you. Like you couldn't, I'm not gonna meet a girl in Germany, you know,
Right.
like I gotta like my wife literally lived down the block from me.
Right.
I met her at the
Oh,
local
girl next
at the local-
door. Aw.
Well, yeah, I mean, I didn't have a car, so that's only where I was gonna meet somebody. And back then we had, you know, localized high school too, so you couldn't be going to a different high school than that was in your neighborhood. So everybody knew everybody vetted everybody, like, oh, I know him, I know her. And so it had all these kind of built-in logistical guardrails that we take for granted now. Well,
Right.
then, but now
Oh,
it's
did you
see
not
the
have
opposite.
busing?
We did, but my mom just always went to schools that were in walking distance, so I never got to catch the bus.
No, I mean, well, I'm in
California.
California, so we had busing. They would bus, you know, because I was in Silicon Valley, so it was a predominantly white/Asian area. So
Mhm.
they would bus kids in from like 15 miles away to
Right.
to kind of put the chocolate chips in the ice cream.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you got to mix it up with the peanut butter and the jelly. Yeah. And what you don't want to be is a raisin in a mayonnaise jar. You don't want to be that. But this is one of the perks of living in the Midwest is that we get everything last. So yeah, they do that now, but they didn't start doing that for a long time. So schools were pretty
expensive.
Homogeneous.
I mean, yeah. I mean, there's that. I mean, I actually went to a pretty, mixed school of, I'd say like white kids and black kids. And then later when I got in high school, like Like I remember first seeing Mexican kids at school. That like that was like once again I'm in Indiana, so we're in the interior, so they're gonna get here last. They're gonna get to you guys first on the coast. They're gonna get to us last. So I just distinctly remember, like, you know, we're young boys. We're hopped up on testosterone. Like, hey, it's this new batch of girls that look different than the other girls. They didn't want nothing to do with us, man. We never had a shot with the first gen Mexican girls were super Catholic. So that was never going down the way we thought it was going down. So I thought that was always funny. To see that, and then I remember getting. I think we got the Chinese exchange students for the first time too. It was like 12 of them, and obviously they stuck together in an enclave because why the hell wouldn't they? Because you know who the hell speaks Chinese in 1994. So that I remember that was always interesting too.
They didn't learn English while they were there? I thought that was the point of being a foreign exchange student.
I think we took 12 of theirs and they took 12 of ours. So
you know what's funny?
That's how that worked.
1994, you mentioned. It was 1995 or 96. Me and my wife actually had an exchange student. We hosted an exchange student, and we were like 22, 24 years old. And we like applied for it, and then they're like, aren't you a little young to be hosting a 17-year-old exchange student? I'm like, I don't know,
You tell me.
I don't know, right? And then they're like, yeah, you guys are too. And then they called us back and they're like, yeah, we don't have enough people. You want to
I want to say, yeah, nobody wanted to do it. Nobody wanted to do it.
How was the kid?
Oh, she was good. She's
Yay.
Japanese. So
Okay. Yeah, no problem at all.
Yeah. Well, not that I spoke Japanese, but
Wasn't like the kid from 16 Candles or anything, right?
not Long Duck Dong, no.
Dang. There it is. It's funny. I'm like, do they still even do stuff like that anymore? I feel like we're so skittish now that we would never do that. I know they do it from college to college, but I'm thinking like, well, hey, they get to come live with you, and like I gotta imagine the vetting process is insane now.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Hopefully.
I have no idea.
I know it's one of those things I don't think about. I mean, not that I would do it, and really, I don't know. It's one of those things where, I think that college in general is kind of an overvalued idea. So I don't know if I'd be trying to promote. I mean, obviously, look, if for people from over there, the college is going to go a lot further than people that actually live here.
Well, the exchange student programs I know about, they're all high school.
Oh, okay, all right.
Sure.
Yeah, that's what mine was back in the day. It was a high school deal, but it is
Like
what
there's
it
the
is.
college programs like at Disney, but that's where oh gosh, those are evil. But
Those are
what?
Evil?
Oh,
yeah.
come on, wait now. I want to say, you can't just say that and then move on. Like,
Okay.
I just came back to life.
Elaborate.
Now. Yeah, like what?
Okay.
Like what?
What? So there's something called the college program, I think it's
Yeah, college
at
program.
Disney. And so they decided real world work experience is good for college students. So they have these kids that are some of them are, Americans, and some of them are international. They've come over here and they send them to work at Disney, but not like in the animation department or in film or something like that, but at the parks.
Oh, slave labor.
Yes, tax dollars pay for like 75% of their wage. So Disney only has to pay like maybe $1 an hour to have these college students working at their place, and then they charge them like $1,000 a month or more to live in apartments that the president's wife owns.
Disney.
Yeah. So yeah, evil.
Yeah.
That's one of those things where it's like that can't be true.
Yeah, it's Disney, it's true.
But I believe it now. So look, I don't want to. We're not going to get into anything political, but just like I'm just this year, I kind of definitely made a alignment shift, and I got to go back through. It's almost like a Rolodex of stuff I marked as untrue. Like, oh no, I got to check this card again, and I'm going to put that in there. Like, maybe
Right.
Because it was a lot of stuff I was just dismissing out of hand. Like, well, they said it, so it can't be true. But now I'm like, wait a minute, maybe it is.
Yeah,
True.
I mean, a lot of people who work there, and you're like, yeah, during whenever the kids come over, they're like, it's hard for us to get 30 hours a week, even.
The girls live by Disney World,
Mm.
don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, yep,
Yeah,
Yeah.
my dad worked there.
yeah.
That is-
So
So
in
y'all
Central
know all
Florida,
that. So y'all know all
Kinda
the
like-
knowledge.
everybody knows someone who works at Disney or Universal.
Yeah.
So
We live in the Thief by Magic Kingdom.
the Thief by the Magic King.
Did you guys ever work there?
No, I haven't.
Our brother did,
Yep.
Oh,
and our mom did,
Mhm.
and our dad did. Like,
So
and
like,
we were born there?
and most of our friends, and so a lot of people work there. So it's one of those things you kind of
most of
grow
the
up.
people we know have worked for Disney, Walt Disney World. Yeah, at least at some point.
Yeah, speaking of Disney, I find myself as this is just creative talk. Forget the politics, set that to a side.
Exactly.
Sure.
So
Like Disney is such a disappointment when it comes to you have that much resources
Mm,
and that much access to talent, and they cannot innovate to save their life.
nope.
I know.
Like it's strange. I'm like, what is going on where you guys can't come up with the next new thing? They were on a
Actually-
roll in the 90s. They were on a
I have a
roll.
feeling it's the producer syndrome where it's like
Mhm.
the producers think they know what's best and they don't trust the artist.
Yeah.
Wait a second. What new things did Disney come up with before?
So I'm talking about whenever Disney, if, matter of fact, let me give you a current one. K-pop Demon Hunters comes out. It owns the culture right now. If you don't know about it, it's because your kids have maybe aged out and all that. But it was a little
I
thing.
mean, I know about it. I just haven't seen it. Is that
Sony
Disney?
made. No, it isn't. It should have been Disney though. That's the thing.
No. My point is going all the way back to Snow White. Disney just stole other stuff.
Yeah, I mean we can do that. But okay, I'm gonna use your argument against you. They haven't been stealing good in recent times.
Right.
Is what I'm saying.
Right.
Like if you got that much access to access, you can steal better than this, Disney. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but they always
That's what
got-
I'm saying.
What they
That's like
the
Blizzard.
most original stuff Disney came out. It wasn't Disney. It was Pixar. And then they fired freaking.
Once again,
weird.
like they have access to access, and they're basically they're cannibalizing all their old IPs. Whereas if I had Disney, I'd be like, okay, get me the people that made Arcane tomorrow. They need to be in my office tomorrow. We're doing the next big thing with them. Get me the people that made K-pop Demon Hunters. We're on that because there's no excuse for that particular one, Arcane and K-pop, to go as big as they did, and Disney can't put out a hit whatsoever that's animated whatsoever. And it's like they're like the godfather of animation. They can't put out an animation that captures the culture. It's crazy.
That's because they fired Don Lasseter.
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. And I think they chased the blockbuster buck too long. And I think they didn't really figure out how to keep their audience segmented enough to where you can basically give each audience segment what they want. And I'm talking around the issue because I don't want to get into politics, but they kind of tried to homogenize and flatten their.
Terry,
Marvel-
you're one of us now. You can talk all the politics.
Well, I don't know. I don't know who's who. I don't know who's who and who's
No, but
where.
One of us. One of us.
But-
If you listen to that famous leak that came out, you know that all the wives make the decisions for Disney, and it's just a
that
bunch
makes
of
sense. That makes
crazy-
sense. That makes sense.
Crazy
That's one of
liberal
those
chicks that
things-
live in LA. You know,
That's
They
one
don't
of those
know anything.
things. Even if it isn't true, the evidence still leans that way. And really, like, once again, I'll still try to temper myself. It's my first time back, so I don't want to leave a bad taste in anybody's mouth. But it's obvious now. Thank goodness. I love when stuff is obvious, so I don't have to debate it. That
Right.
the over feminization of the MCU ruined it. It just did.
Yeah.
Like they could have had powerful women and powerful men, but they chose to basically all the men are like has been losers, and it's women's time now. I'm like, why did you do this? Like this was the wrong, and it's just, they keep doing it across all of media. It's really strange. They basically
characters.
which one?
It would have been nice if some of the ladies were, feminine. If you had different
Yeah.
temperaments for your female
Yeah.
characters,
Yes.
it could have added
It's-
some grace and sweetness to the stories that kind of
No,
needed it.
no. They have to be grumpy, asexual, kind of sort of lesbians now. That's like the template. Like we nobody mind when it was like one character that was like Gamora, but like they're all like Nebula and Gamora now. We're I have trauma, I have issues, and my daddy did a thing to me. Like Jesus Christ, this is every character.
That's a problem with Netflix now too. All their females are teenage boys.
Yeah, well, there's that. And, that's a whole other matzo ball. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna jump back to Dispatch. That was another thing. Like I said, y'all hear me rag the story, or at least rag the way the story was told. But I was really surprised at how much woke stuff wasn't in this game.
That's true.
And it was still popular. Like it did not have like they had a gay coded character, which was fine. He's actually one of my favorite characters, the Flamberge guy. And I actually, hypocritically enough, I would fight that there should be a romance option with him because you had more chemistry with him in the story than anybody else, in my opinion. Like he was the enemies to lover trope, was handed to you in a platter, but they played it straight. And so you had to choose between perfect girl and garbage girl. I'm like,
be professional and go like, neither. It's still a good story.
It's still a good story. And I'm with you. I mean, look, I told you I got a muscle mommy thing. So the red demon chick, I'm not going to lie. Like, I'm not going to lie. Like, and look, if you see my wife, you'd be like, okay, he does have a type. Like, I like him a certain way, and I will commit and marry
a lot
one of them.
People really liked her.
Yeah, because she's what?
She seems really cool. She seems like somebody who cares about a lot of the other team members and has a really neat power too, which is very cool.
Yeah. But you're right though, getting back to like there's this weird thing where they don't want to make women sweet and things, but they also don't want to make men smart. If you're smart, you're evil. One.
Oh, gosh,
and if you're rich, you're also evil.
Yeah.
it's like it's weird. I don't know if any of you seen Alien Earth. That one was like,
well, the new Superman.
Oh my god, the new Superman.
I think that's what made Tony Stark work so well. Like, I think when Stan Lee said he was writing like Iron Man, he said, I'm going to make an industrialist and I'm going to make people cheer for him because he's very smart and very rich and a hero. I'm like, that's
well, we still did at that time. I mean, you look at, I'll always joke, like you take Willy Wonka, make him into Jeff Bezos, and it doesn't work, right? Like this rich industrialist is going to give his whole thing to a poor street urchin, but he's also going to kill like 6 kids in the winter in a modern Squid Game. Those kids were dead. Those kids died. Those kids are dead. I know what you're saying, and I get it. There's just enough like, well, maybe, but them kids is dead. Like
it depends on which version you're watching, right?
Right. Well, I'm thinking even the book. The book's even worse, or and worse in a good way. I love the story.
Well, that's because Roald Dahl's a freaking weirdo.
He is, and he was distinctly satirizing the Hershey, Baron. So like, we took it and go, no, that's a good thing, and capitalism's great, and so they make this character, but I'm like, it wouldn't work today. Martin Zuckerberg is Batman beating up criminals at night. Because he's a tech boy billionaire. Like we just don't really like those archetypes anymore, and so I think they're a little bit musty. I think Batman didn't age well, weirdly enough, but the taint got onto Superman. To get back to that movie, like I'm a big Superman fan. I always have been, and always will be. And the way they made Superman into invincible. And nobody called him out on it. I couldn't believe it. I was like, why is he invincible and his dad's a Voltramite? Like, what the hell is going on to where nobody's seeing this obvious theft of an IP?
It's pretty
because
bad.
Invincible gets his ass kicked all the time. Invincible has nobody respects him. Invincible is always on the back foot, but because he's Spider-Man and Superman had a baby. But Superman is like, Superman that I grew up with is like a stern principal, but he's fair. This Superman was like a substitute teacher nobody respected.
Yeah, he's an idiot.
He's just not. He's not respectable. Lois Lane wanted to break up with him. I was like, what the? It accidentally like made women look bad. Like women should write in like, quit making us into such prudes where the perfect man is getting broke up with. Like that means none of us regular slubs that can't fly have a chance with Lois Lane. Like, oh well, I guess if Superman can't fit the bill, then nobody can, because Jesus Christ, it's bad. You know, he was Jesus Christ and he didn't fit the bill. So there you go.
Yeah, and then Lois gets pregnant by the heroin addict. That's how that goes.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Mr. Terrific, actually, be Mr. Terrific. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? And did anybody not think he looked like Robert Downey Jr.'s character in Tropic Thunder?
Stop.
I'm just throwing that out there. Hopefully I ruined it for you where you're like, damn it, I can't unsee it now. Now that movie had what I call the Plankton syndrome, where Plankton comes up with crazy inventions to steal Krabby Patties, where he can just sell his inventions. Like Lex Luthor, you came up with a pocket dimension. You're done, bro. It's over for like whatever you're trying to do. Like you don't need to do more than this. It's like, no, I gotta get rid of Superman because I'm the evil McBad guy.
I thought the Lex Luthor in that movie was actually the weakest link.
Of course he was. And I don't know if you put yourself through watching Peacemaker season 2.
I
refused to.
It was
terrible. Out of all the things to refuse, I can't even tell you to hate watch it. It's really like James Gunn is just unhinged in that. And I almost felt like it was a little bit perverse because he bait and switches you with Superman. Like, look how, wholesome he is.
Right.
And then he puts characters from that in Peacemaker season 2. So if you're a dumb kid like I was back in the day, I'm like, oh, I'm going to watch this thing that's got the thing from the thing that I like in it. And it's orgies and it's just complete debauchery. Man. And I'm like, bro, these tones don't mix, man. You can't have this Superman and this and this show work together. And then he did another cell phone. Like I said, just like Lois Lane wanting to break up with Superman is a cell phone for feminism. He does a cell phone in Peacemaker season 2. I'm going to ruin it for anybody who hasn't seen it. Where the big twist is that the other dimension is run by Nazis. The Nazis won. But what you're supposed to notice, if you're having a keen eye, that there's no black people in this serene, peaceful, alternative universe where everything seems to be going good, except for a little bit of crime here and there, and freedom fighters, they would say. And I'm like, you guys just owned yourself, which you proved the Nazis' message that life would be more peaceful without the, you idiot. You don't show a peace. Man in the High Guard did the same thing. Like, you don't show a peaceful alternative. Like, hey, if the Nazis won, the trains would run on time and everything be peaceful, but we wouldn't have diversity. I'm like, people would trade diversity in a heartbeat for stability. Like, you guys are overvaluing diversity over the fact that you're showing the propaganda for the Nazis. We're supposed to be like, oh man, that alternative universe sucks because the Nazis won. In the show, the one black girl character says, it's not too different from our own universe. And I literally couldn't. I was like, oh my God, don't do that. Don't do the.
What show is like that?
Peacemaker season 2. James Gunn is full on liberal propagandist now, man. He thinks he's really doing something profound. It's gonna age like a banana.
I wonder if Tom King influenced a lot of this stuff too. Like, I read that Tom King was on helping him out doing stuff.
Yeah, I mean, Supergirl looks like a mess. Once again, there's your sweet demure character in Supergirl. She's so sweet, and oh man, she's a hard drinking slob.
Blatant ripoff of True Grit.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I guess that's what the story was based on anyway. But I think it's a ripoff of a ripoff because she's so easily Star-Lord coded.
Right.
The beginning of Guardians 3, he's in a bar drinking, and it's like, James Gunn, get a different thing to do. I know he's not directing.
I was talking with my uncle about it. We're saying, oh, he's
Guardians
doing
of the Galaxy, like the only really good things he's ever done.
Yeah, for me, the second one's like my favorite one, just because I'm a Kurt Russell fan. So, I'm always gonna, you know,
But just to-
I gotta weigh it different.
Yeah, just to be the you know, devil's advocate here. I actually understood when I saw that commercial for it, I was like, well, that makes sense actually, because I'd never even thought about it before. But this is a girl who would be like serious PTSD because she watched her entire freaking planet and all of her family and everybody explode in front of her freaking face.
Sure. But she doesn't have the gravitas for it.
Wait a minute.
There's no gravity behind it. I'm traumatized because my planet blew up. Like I'm like, no, I'm not seeing it. Like had they contrasted her with Superman in their first movie, that could have worked. But like this is just like, oh, she's gonna be a slob, and then at the end she's gonna be like, you know what, I want to save people now. But yeah, I don't think it's gonna be another movie after this. Like,
nope.
Well, no, he's getting the boot, right? So Netflix got bought the Warner Brothers, and they want him out.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know. I don't know about that for sure. I'm not saying I'm not against it because
that's why he's pushing it out so hard right now, because after the deal, if you didn't notice,
that makes sense.
Oh, you didn't know it.
He's trying to get that movie out as fast as possible. That's his last hurrah. Supposedly,
that makes sense. I actually was rooting for him in the beginning. I was like, well, if anybody could save DC, it's this guy. But he proved himself to be very one-trick pony.
He's one-trick pony, yeah. I mean, I saw that one with because that's what he was trying to do. The same formula he was trying to do with Suicide Squad, and I'm like, but it doesn't work because none of these actors have chemistry.
That's a major part.
The magic of the casting of Guardians is what made that so good, right? It's like they all had such great chemistry together.
Yeah,
they were a really good team that came together well.
And that did not exist in Suicide Squad.
If you're trying to play a character who's like really tormented and is just tries to drink to forget for a while, it would take a really powerful actor to be able to carry that, to be able to be that level of kind of blind to what's going on, but
like
that little bit of rage or fear or sadness just underneath it. And then underneath all of that, this little bead of hope that wants to try and help and save others, and doing that internal conflict just through subtle facial actions and ways of carrying oneself. That would kind of
hard.
That would be hard. I don't know how many actors would be able to do that in the current.
I mean, Pedro Pascal has done it too much.
Stop
like,
it!
Hey, I'm gonna be sad and save a little girl. I'm a dad of a girl. Kind of, they wore that out, so they're like, all right, let's do it again, but with a girl that's in her 20s with a younger
potato head.
Like I don't know, and I like that actress. She was pretty good in House of the Dragon. Yeah. Even though I don't love that show, I can't say that she was a detriment to the show. But so I got nothing against her in particular, but the vocal fry was killing me instantly. I'm like, ooh, I don't know if my ears are gonna be able to take this.
I don't know if her throat will. Like you might want to.
Yeah, it was like at least I'm like, Jesus Christ, girl, open your mouth. Like if you would have got, and I'm wish casting here, and I think I put her in everything because she's one of the few actresses that I feel like that has like a gravitas to her, but is also really attractive. Obviously she's aged out, but as Charlize Theron, Furiosa, you're drinking that up with a spoon. Like yup, hard drinking, depressed. Yup, I'm eating it up with a spoon.
She's too old though.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying somebody. I can't really think of anybody.
Right.
Young, like I feel like all the younger.
Either her or Zendaya, man. That's her choices now.
Exactly. You beat me to my punchline. There's really not a big slew of like. I do like Mia Goth quite a bit actually as an actress.
They should have. They should have gotten. It sounds stupid, but she used to be on Disney Channel.
Hell, aren't they all?
Right.
Britney Spears?
No. Like more recently, like in the 2000s.
Are you talking about that blonde from the Zombie High? Because she's everywhere now too.
No, the blonde girl who played twins. She has a weird name, like Dove Cameron.
Oh, never. Yeah, never.
I saw
Big
her.
twins
She
in
was in
what?
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. as a bad guy.
Yeah, she's a blonde.
And she was
That's her.
really good.
That's exactly what I was talking about.
Huh?
Oh, nice.
That's exactly what I was talking about. You got it.
Oh, okay. Sorry. She's probably been in more stuff than I know of. But I think she would have been good as Supergirl. Because
She would have been great as Supergirl.
Yeah, because she's good at playing sort of messed up people, but she's also
I gotta look this up. What's her name again?
Dove Cameron.
I bet you though that she has a contract with Disney and she couldn't do a Warner Brothers movie.
Maybe. That's probably it. Probably has a Disney tattoo on her back.
She was like the first thing that popped up. I put in Dove and she was already there.
Bam!
Yeah. Oh, I would have put somebody like her in Game of Thrones if I could wish cast. She has that otherworldly elven face.
Well,
me and my wife and Mike, I want you
in
in on this. I want you, yeah, exactly. Mike, I want you in on this.
Mm.
We thought that the actress that played Marjorie Tyrell should have been either
Danny.
either Cersei or Danny. Yep.
Dude, I made a meme of it. I put her face on Danny's body.
Yeah, because
And plus she's a natural blonde.
Yep.
Wow.
And she just looks otherworldly. She just looks like
she got
like,
that elfy look.
Like, girl, where are you from? I am from Venus. Like, okay, I buy it. I take it.
But, have you seen the shots from the new Zelda movie?
I've seen some shots. Yes, I have.
Couple shots.
I mean, it's a miracle if I've heard of an actor, but I think they've got some pretty cool looking characters for Link and Zelda. It's a live action movie. So that was kind of a surprise. I wonder how this is going to turn out, but
buzz. You've heard about the controversy, right? Of it is they wanted a certain actor to.
They wanted a trainee.
Yes. See, I don't know what level of PC I got to be, but they wanted that, and it's like you can't win. You cannot win, and I'm not going to stop until men stop taking women's jobs that rightfully belong to them. I won't stop fighting. Like it's so weird where we are in the Venn diagram of like causes to fight for. Like, what are we doing again? Like, well,
we just really don't like women to do anything. Oh,
it's like, wait a minute, am I a feminist now because I don't think they should let men take women's jobs?
This is a fourth wave feminism when conservatives are fighting for women's rights.
which they have. I think they don't really get enough credit for the fact that, because one of my favorite people in history is Condoleezza Rice. She gets no credit.
Yeah.
They don't do first black for her for anything.
No.
And so, but she was great. I used to love watching her speak. When she'd be in like those Senate hearings, I almost cussed again. She'd be letting them judges have it. They'd be like, but why did you kill 11,000 people? Like, well, they shouldn't have been underneath the bombs. And they dropped. We told them. We told them. And so look, like black, supervillain representation was very lacking back then.
No.
You know what's funny? I remember watching a documentary on Condoleezza Rice like way back, and it was about it was the one part was about Russia and because Putin was in charge back then, and she and Putin were negotiating the missile silos in Poland, right? Which was like Poland is next door neighbors to Russia, and it was a very sort of aggressive thing for America to be putting missiles in Poland.
Right.
But we were saying, it's for the defense of the region and all that stuff. So she worked out a deal with Putin, and Putin's just like, I just take you at your word. We just want to be able to have access. So that, not like we need access to all your computers, but just like to have someone be able to go in there and make sure you're not targeting Moscow from freaking Poland. And she's like, sweet, that sounds like a perfect deal. We'll do it. I went over to G.W. Bush and he's like, yeah, we're not doing that.
Now look at this.
There it is.
He wouldn't let her. He wouldn't let
They didn't
Condoleezza
want
made the
ceasefire?
great deal, and Bush kiboshed it, and that kind of soured the whole relationship with Russia back then.
There you go. The movie will come out later. Hidden Figures Part 2.
Oh yeah.
What we could have had it end with Russia, but it is what it is. But yeah, I if you look at that whole cabinet though, that's some of my favorite political. If I watched a TV show, I love Cheney, Rumsfeld, all those guys were like. You can ask my wife. This isn't me trying to be provocative. In real time, I love those guys because Rumsfeld was such a BSer, man. So he get up there like, well, so there's things that we know, and there's things that we don't know, and then there's things that are unknown to the knowing of the know. I'm like, okay, this dude is a certified pimp, man. He knows exactly the words to use to get you to be like, I think that made sense. Yeah.
Something.
It's like he's trying to say something.
It's almost
if you do a lot of studying on the first and second Iraq war, and not if they're kind of declassified in some sense, they're very fascinating wars because obviously we were all getting fed misinformation left and right and center.
Oh, yeah.
But the real reasons why they went over there are actually still pretty sound. It's just they just didn't sound good to people that wanted to be the good guys. But the Middle East has always been like since the 50s a place that like they always have to do like crazy stuff to kind of keep it from basically doing another caliphate pretty much. I hate to say it, but
Right,
it's true.
but taking out Saddam Hussein did not help.
No, well, but it's a Gaddafi thing. Like it was a little bit of political theater why they had to even do that because he was a lot like a Gaddafi of his day where obviously we were working with him until we weren't. But it was very Game of Thrones.
I find it very interesting that they got the museums.
Yeah, you mean destroy the museums or what are you talking about?
No,
They,
pilfered the museums.
They stole stuff from those museums.
Yeah.
That is a weird target to make.
Yeah. I mean, I'm telling you, it's a podcast I listen to called Blowback that kind of details everything.
Well, I live in very near a very large Coptic Christian community who are largely from Iraq. I had a tow truck driver one time taking me home. He was a Coptic Christian from Iraq. He had Saddam Hussein as his screensaver.
It is.
He's like, we loved him. He was a freaking hero. And there you go. What are you gonna do with that?
That's a whole lot of people.
He saved the Christians over there from the Muslims who were always trying to kill all the Christians.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah,
His
he
sons
did.
it though.
His sons were
enemy of
insane.
it was an enemy of my enemy type of deal. I don't think it was like because they were Christians. It's just he had enemies that were on the other side.
No. It was because he wasn't. He was trying to keep the peace, and he recognized the ones who were not keeping the peace were the Muslims that were trying to kill the Christians all the time. He didn't. Right. He had no love for Christians. I mean, he was.
That's what I was trying to correct. I'm like, all right, man. I can't let that one. Like, oh man, he loved him. He was like,
no. He was just like, stop messing stuff up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's you like of all the things you couldn't pay me to be, a Middle Eastern power broker is definitely high on the list. Like it's because it's such a transient part of the world that like it's just gonna be in constant conflict all the time, and always has been if you know your world history. It's like Mexico, but wider. Like it's since it's a transient place between two, what used to be two mega powers, because I feel like the European powers have crumbled into nothing damn near. It's interesting to see that, and but also I think it's why we should fight even harder to keep that outcome from happening over here, because the Europe is pretty much our future if we continue to just let shit roll like we have been.
No deodorant and no ice.
There it is. Did you wait a minute? Did you? That's funny. I'm like, did I hear that combination of words together?
Yeah, that's Europe, man. No deodorant, no ice.
That's not
Now-
something you need to give up.
Now we're
I
talking
like-
about like the frozen water molecules that cool down
Yeah,
drinks. Okay. I thought you meant like ice. The people like
Oh no,
that's why I was like, huh?
no, I mean like for your drinks. They don't like
No,
for
no,
some
no.
reason they're here before us, but they have refrigeration last.
Yeah. Hey, it
They also don't
happens,
have
man.
garage door openers, which I found strange.
So America to me is fascinating because it's a country full of losers. All of us, we're all losers, man. Just embrace it, accept it, and because we're losers, like we were gullible and we believed a lot of crazy stuff that caused us to basically travel and spread out to places that we would have like, hey, we got to go to Paris, and that's why we got so many places called Paris, Indiana, and Paris, Texas, because we were too dumb to know that we weren't in actual Paris. But by the time we got there, it's like, well, we can't move. let's make a settlement. You know, I always joke about, Denver and Salt Lake are like a prime example of a geographical joke of people that saw the Rocky Mountains and was like, man, we ain't doing that. And then people that got to the other side of the Rocky Mountains was like, yeah, we good, man. We can't go any further.
Fine.
And so you got these two sort of twin cities on either side of the mountain, that totally went different paths, like in an RPG game.
Yep. We'll stay here. Put
Yeah,
up
that's
with
funny because in Denver they got halfway up the mountain first.
Yeah, they
And
were
then they're like,
man,
yeah,
Nah.
we're done.
yeah, I'm good, man. Like
I
it
thought
could be
about
some
that. I
gold
thought about that
here.
too, but I never thought about like Salt Lake City. I always thought about like freaking everyone in Texas, like freaking New
I mean,
Mexico.
Texas was a destination spot though, because everybody was with the oil and gold and all that. And Western expansion. Texas is such a fascinating state as well. It literally could have been its own continent, like not continent, its own country.
It was.
Sure. It's really big.
I know it was, but like it's one of those ones you could easily see it being this star-shaped country in the middle of America. It's like we're Texan, but I think we're better off for it though that we got Texas than not.
I got family in Texas. They act like it's their own country still. I was like, oh yeah, this is Texas.
Well, I mean, I feel like what's interesting is that you get people that are extremely individualistic, but let's say they're left-leaning, they hate Texas, right? But Texas is extremely individualistic. Like that's what you get when people form a monoculture. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I just feel like I think, the left says they're about one thing, but they really want conformity. They want you to flatten yourself into their worldview, or they don't like you for some reason.
Yeah.
Like they were all, there's that. And look, I've lived long to see when the religious right, they had their Karen moment.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But they corrected it though. That's the thing. They did something to where people go both sides. But I'm like, nah. One side actually went underground, did their homework, formed some real winning strategies, and came back and won. And one side basically just says, well, we're right, so why do we even have to argue with people that are dumber than us? And this is where we are now.
And that pendulum swings, right? So
yeah, I mean it already swung because I mean the who we got now, was birthed out of a not a religious right or the old-timey, neoliberal Republicans, but this is a newer breed. It's a tougher, more, dare I say it, ethnic white coalition. I think the left wasn't ready for white people to re-minoritize themselves, but also form a coalition.
Minoritize.
And also, ironically,
dude.
we've got more minorities than ever before.
Dude, how many fucking effing Viking and Irish and wherever you're from iconography you see, proudly displayed now. We're just white. Like they reminoritized themselves, and it gave them power because they get to connect with the culture again and not feel ashamed of themselves, like every other minority group gets to do. Which was something even when I was, steeply deep in the left, I was warning against, like, You guys got to let them be proud of who they are. Now, because slavery happened, I'm like, well, everybody had a turn at the slavery wheel, bro. Like, that's not something we got owned. And why would we want to own that anyway? Like, well, we were the only ones that ever been slaves. Like, not true. But also, we think the Egyptians are cool. Like, you know who invented slavery? Probably probably the Egyptians. So, like, you got to pick, you know, who you're going to lionize and who you're going to demonize throughout history. And I think it's unfair to pick a certain point in history and go, hey, this is the original sin, and you guys did this, you did this, so now you get to get disrespected to your face for the rest of your life. I don't see any culture taking that forever. Even if I was a leftist still, it's just a bad strategy. Like, you don't want to piss off people with power. Like, why would you do that? And so
enemies.
But that's not their whole strategy is like, hey, you see somebody piss them off, and then when a minority group gets put up as a human shield, you know, we'll basically lionize you as martyrs for our cause. You know, which is what happens. Like that, you know, watching all these different micro minority groups crash and burn at the altar of, you know, progressivism was what really ultimately pushed me over the edge, where I'm like, I can't support this stuff anymore.
It's ridiculous. I remember seeing someone was talking about firefighters that were lost during, I think it was the 9/11, and they were talking about, and that was a tragedy. Oh my gosh, that was such a tragedy. And they were saying, well, no female firefighters were lost during that because there weren't that many. And the woman was lamenting, oh, there should have been more women to
die.
And I'm kind of like, hold on a second, what? How does that work?
That reminds me, this is a real story of the time. They said this stuff almost again, unironically, that we needed more ethnic hurricane names. I remember like why would you want Hurricane LaQuisha? Like, we don't want that. Like, I don't want people associating godlike death and, you know, black people's names together. That's a terrible strategy, guys.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Funny.
I'll take Hurricane.
Stupid, bro.
You know, it's just one of those things. It was the beginning of the beginning where we were just laughing at this stuff, and who knew how that it would get as bad as it did get, you know, in the end. But I do, once again, what I do appreciate about it is that we don't have to be debate bros anymore about this stuff. You can go, hey man, they put a lot of ugly characters in video games, and they be like, well, name a game. Like, nobody's gonna do that. They're gonna be like, yeah, they are putting a lot of ugly characters because like most of the games have like the agenda in it. So it's they overplayed their hand at the wrong time. I made a prediction that the right was gonna self-destruct by winning, and boy, if I just would have reversed that, I would have been a millionaire. But it was like, oh wait, no, it's the other way around. But what fascinates me is how you could be really confidently wrong about something.
Oh yeah, I mean that's
for a long time.
That's the classic Reagan line, right? It's not that the left is ignorant. It's just they know so much that isn't true.
True.
Yeah. I think it's actually one of the greatest things about our country is that you do get to be a dumb person for a long time, and still kind of get to eat bread and stuff and have heat. So we have delayed Darwinism here because of our, you know, social utopia. And that's one thing I really like to preach about, is that we are living in a utopia. But if you have the VR goggles of the news media on, then you think we're in hell right now. You think it's the worst time ever. You think this little coalition we got going on here is just like Nazi Germany. Like, you know, like, bro, like we're so far from it being that bad. When a half Japanese, two black guys, one introvert, one omnivert, and two other people of nondescript racial disclosure are talking together on a podcast machine with our computers while we draw with our expensive markers, drawing dumb made up characters. Like it's like I can't get on the LARP of, oh, it's so terrible right now. I don't know how we're gonna survive the future when it's this bad.
Yeah,
We're doing good.
we're clearly fascists too.
Well, I mean, they ruined that word, right? Like, I feel like, look, there's obviously, a proper use of the word, but I think that we might as well take it out back and shoot it like the dead horse it is now, because it doesn't have any meaning. Because now it just means, hey, just anybody that says something I don't agree with.
Crazy with you.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, and second of all, if we were living in a fascist state, then we wouldn't be able to say it.
Exactly.
It's not like Anne Rice was hiding in a damn attic for years, not talking on the internet every day, talking about we're living in a, like you don't get to like say, oh man, don't you see the power invested in the people? I'm being oppressed, like the Monty Python thing. And also, say we're living in this extreme oppression where you can't do anything because government bad. I'm like,
Shut up! Will you shut up? Huh? Now we see the violence inherent in the system. Shut up! Oh, come and see the violence inherent in the system! Help! Help! I'm being repressed!
Yes, that's it. And even back then, when did that come out? Was that the late 70s, early 80s?
Yeah,
They were making fun of this stuff because the message really hasn't changed. Like, hey, we have to fight against the system while also profiting from the same system.
It is amazing when Chester, knows a lot about like history and that kind of stuff. So he's always going on about different kinds of facts and like things that have happened throughout time. And how much of what you're going through now, like political thing, talking about, oh, this group has cultural differences, which is why you should probably surrender your land to this, and trying to guilt people and manipulative tactics. And you're kind of like, wait a minute, but that was back in like, what, 500 years before, like BC? Like, how did it?
Right.
All of this stuff has been going on that long, and like, wow.
I got a different approach to that. I like to keep my philosophy pretty grounded to the street. Quit pretending like you care. You don't care. Like, don't try to come up with a coherent argument for this or that. Like, you don't care. Like, you just want to be right. Whatever issue is, like, well, what about the indigenous? Like, you don't care. Like, you're gonna go after we get done with this debate. You're gonna go get some, candy and go home and watch Netflix. Like, you don't care. If you cared, you'd be living like you cared. You just want to be right on the issues that are on your side. So I've reduced my sphere of sympathy to, once again, back to what I said before. I was setting you guys up for local locality. Like, so if it's easy to say the wife and kids, right? But like, okay, one of my kids' friends needs help. Maybe I should look at them as opposed to like somebody in Palestine that I don't even know. But people have more sympathy and empathy for strangers than they do for people they actually know.
Yeah.
Poison. That's a poison to our society.
And Pollyanna,
it's
actually, there
abstract,
was
and it doesn't really matter. You can, if you're helping somebody right in front of you, you can tell whether or not you're doing any good. But it's just much more abstract when you're like, I'm fighting for Palestine.
And to back up that point, you could also see if your help isn't working, like it's ineffective. Whereas when you're doing this LARP of help, of course it's the perfect help every time. Hey, me sending out this comment online, it was like the perfect thing to do to help the cause. And it's like, no, like and that one I will say, I think everybody got caught up in the dopamine left and right thrill rush of doing rap battles online with political. But I'm looking at you, Mike Miller. But at the same time, I feel like we gotten to a point now where we got 15 years of solid progressive data, and we know what works, we know what doesn't. You look at the Republican Party, for instance. Like, it's funny how much it gets glossed over. Look how many women are on that party. That doesn't get praised at all. That doesn't get praised at all. No matter what slight, whether they're black, whether they're white,
they don't
Latina, nobody cares because they're on the wrong team. And so they are like, we haven't got progress at all. Like, dude, like the Legion of Doom that's destroying your way of life, air quotes, is led by Cash Patel. Awesome name, by the way. But at the same time, like, what? They like, come, like, we can't do this LARP like America's built on white supremacy and all. I'm like, okay, well, they really suck at it then.
They're terrible at that.
They're really terrible at white supremacy if this is the case. They,
Yep.
they had a black president.
The one like if you're gonna say that like Trump has any particular bias towards hiring, he likes to hire hot chicks.
Yeah, 100%.
Like here's his lawyer, here's his blah blah blah. It's like,
And I would even demystify that. I think he likes to hire smart people too. Like, and I'm not trying to be funny. Like, I think he likes to be around people that are competent.
yeah.
And when they're not, they get their fucking they get their butt out of there. So, you know, and look, 2.0, yeah, 2.0, he's I know, I think I owe like 3.5 cents at this point. I'm doing good. I'm doing good because I if it gets to 5 cents, I'm just gonna log off immediately. But so one thing I do say that it's a fun little study to do is to see if you can get anybody to say anything positive about them, and they can't do it. They just, I mean, people that hate them, like that. Yeah, like they just, there's nothing positive about them. I'm like, and then you can pull the switch. Like, actually, I was talking about Bill Clinton with all the stuff I named, like, you know, because like basically, like a lot of stuff people don't like about him is just because he's the one doing it and saying it.
Yeah,
right.
But you know,
I made that point to my brother because he was again we had a conversation once and he was like all up in arms about the illegals who weren't getting due process because, you know, that was like the hot ticket for a while, the due process, and then I went and looked it up and I'm like, I just told him, like, you know what that's called? It's called expedited. I think it's called like expedited deportation, right? You don't get to go to court when you have an expedited deportation. And I'm like, yeah, how many illegals Obama deported? It's like 3 million.
Everybody knows this.
74% of them were expedited. They didn't get their quote unquote due process.
So that's just, like, once again, they don't care because
they don't care.
Hey, we like when the nice guy did it, not this big meaty dum dum.
Yeah.
Another thing too, though, where it's genius, because the older I get, the more I realize how power actually works. If you're gonna do something, especially like this, like one thing you can learn from Trump, and I know if liberals ever get back in office, they're gonna copy this technique, is you better televise what you're doing. So whether you love the ICE raids or don't love the ICE raids, that's neither here nor there in this argument. Nobody can say, and we had this conversation, Mike, that he didn't do anything about immigration. He's not gonna be able to level that. Like he did too much against immigration, is what they're gonna, even though he didn't actually do any more or less than Obama did.
Right.
It's just because he knows television. He's worked television in a way, this old tech called television in a way that the internet people never saw coming. And so now the optics are on his side. At the end of the day, you know, depending on obviously which bubble that you're living in,
right?
Like, oh my God, it's mass arrests in the street and it's a war, or, you know, if you're like me, I remember the war on crime. Like, yeah, we had this happen before. This isn't a new thing of you know, neighborhoods being policed and all that stuff, but those neighborhoods were riddled with crime. So, you know, it's
I love those videos of like the people who live there, and they're like, man, I thought Trump was freaking crazy and all that stuff, but I like being able to go outside. I like my kids being able to ride their bike in the street, you know.
Right. Yeah, I heard that firsthand too. I've heard that firsthand too from somebody that I know that lives in DC.
Yeah.
And they were like, man, and I could tell I was like the person they can unburn. Like, I never told anybody, but I feel safer. The military. It's just when the military being deployed. I was like, of course you do. Like, like, you know, it's one of those things. So
you're a law-abiding citizen, so it's beneficial for you.
You know, and I you know, I'm glad we're at a point where what you just said is like, well, that's racist. It's like, no, it isn't. That's just a statement. Like nobody assigned race. So I wouldn't want a bunch of people that look like me that were doing crime in my neighborhood either. Like it doesn't really matter what the race group is. It doesn't matter what the demographic is doing. You know. And so I'm kind of glad we can actually get back to that because with this new zeitgeist of basically looking out for. Whoa! I thought that was a rooster for a second. Yeah. Like somebody lives on a farm, you know. But I feel like if you notice that the whole cop shooting, you know, black people narrative has kind of dropped like a hot potato. Now it's, you know, illegal ICE raids. It's the new thing the news is going to report on every 5 seconds. And once again, I'm loving it. I'm like, nice. We can basically cool off as a culture and not be looked at as somebody that's being used in a proxy war to fight culture wars, which is what was happening.
Yeah, it's wild, but it seems like things are kind of turning around. People are starting to be able to have conversations again. You know, it's like 100%. You can actually talk about things. That is, I think, a huge part of it.
Which is what we got to do. I think that there's a lot more hidden allies in this that are yet to, you know, it's weird that, you know, we became the closeted fucking people. Sorry, but it's like wait a minute. I come out of the closet. I actually agree with some conservative views. What? You know, but it's and I've been conservative before, so it ain't like a new rodeo. And what's funny, not much is like changed in that sense. It's just that when it comes to actually being an effective party, like it's like you got to have zero brain cells to think that the left is an effective party for any type of change.
Oh no.
Yeah.
They're basically counting trains right now.
Effective at indoctrination and taking over media and education.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. And I mean, how they did that was very interesting, to say the least. But once again, nobody's going to debate that. What are you talking about? The right owns media. Like, what do you know? That's what you get exactly. It's a joke to say that. Like, what? What are you talking about? Have you ever seen Republican View and Republican Colbert? You know, they got Gutfeld, right? But I don't actually know. I've never watched a single episode of that, but.
Really?
You know,
I've watched him since he was on Red Eye.
Well, yeah, of course. You're like Bane. Like you were born in darkness. I remember when Fox News came out. The debut.
You merely adopted the Gutfeld.
Yeah, you adopted this. But so you know, I've always called you a gladiator, man. Like, man, you are. If you were born in a different time, you'd be like, Mike, you gotta quit going to the gladiator pits, man. Like you're gonna die. And like, but I'll have to fight. I don't know why you're Scottish all of a sudden, but we're gonna roll with it. We're gonna roll with it.
Why not? It feels good to talk about it.
I for one can tell Scottish jokes because I am part Scottish, so nobody can.
There you go.
For stealing valor and no BS like that. I mean Huddleston, it's in the name. Like look it up for yourself. But you know, now how I got that Scottish nomenclature, we're not gonna look too deeply into that. Let's just chill. Everybody relax.
Let me guess.
Well, I mean, you know, look, I was either a
There's
pirate
two ways
or...
that happens, Terry.
No, actually, I'm joking. I know exactly how it happened because we actually have a yin yang family tree. We got white Huddlestons and black Huddlestons. So somebody somewhere was, you know, messing with the
peanut butter in your chocolate.
And yeah, they was like, hey man, I gotta make it happen, and I'm gonna give her my last name because I love her. And here we go. But I mean, it's one of those things. If you want to moralize history, you're gonna be doing that forever, and I think it's gonna have really terrible downstream effects. But if you look at this life like an open world RPG, like I do, like hey, the best build wins. Whoever's got the best build is gonna win. So, and history proves that out.
Yeah. No, sorry. This probably has nothing to do with it, but it kind of does because we're. I've been listening to.
Oh no.
The entire. What? Well, you've been listening to it too because you watch my channels, right? So I've been listening to the entire Pacific Theater, sort of novelization. Like the guy did a study and used all the original sources and all that kind of stuff. And he's talking about, and I just keep finding myself like rooting for the Japanese.
There it is.
Mike.
Like, not just because I'm Japanese, but because like
Neo
the way they're talking about it, it's like, first of all, out of the gate, the freaking Japanese were kicking butt, right? And then the Americans kept like developing new stuff, and this was such a short time span. And they're like coming, and they're just like the Zeros were just flying circles around them and just freaking raping them up there in the skies. And then they come back and they build. I can't remember what they're called, but they're like faster and more maneuverable and all that stuff. And the Japanese are still flying the Zeros. And then I'm going through this one thing where they're like invade the island, and the Japanese knew that they were just gonna die. Like, this is our last post, right? We're gonna die to the last man. And I'm like, bro, that's like so freaking samurai.
Sure.
Right? You're gonna hold this island until the last one. And that was like every conflict they had was like, we're here until we die. Right? And it's like such an alien sort of concept to Western culture. And not that I'm saying it's a great concept, but it's like, it's so freaking ballsy. And I know they're going to all die eventually.
It comes in, if you would allow me to speak on your Japanese heritage, I think it comes from, you live on an island, man. You got to be stoic as hell. Like, you're on an island, man. You're not on a huge continent where you can retreat into the hinterlands, forever. Like, you gotta be about that business. It's like the Brits were. And where like, hey, we live on an island. If they come here, we got to fight to the last man, which, they did a bunch of times. But, that last dice roll with the Germans did not go so well. That makes complete sense that you would have a bunch of stoic warriors. Only reason we're so soft here in our country because we got a lot of places to run to. Like, so people feel like if we could just.
Well, I don't think that's necessarily it. I think it is the Judeo-Christian, like, we actually care about life, which if you go back in history, most cultures,
I was about to refute that. I was going to refute that.
Huh?
Because early Christians were all about dying like samurais. That the fact that the more harsher death, the more stuff you're going to probably get.
That's martyrdom. That's not quite what I'm talking about. That's like in ancient Rome, the Christians had this reputation for going and saving the little girls that the Romans didn't want because they wanted boys, and so they'd go take their little girls and just leave them at the river, and it was like they would be known for valuing those lives like every life is valuable. So I mean, martyrdom is a different kind of a ticket.
Well, I just want to make sure that like it wasn't like the Christians were unafraid to die for a cause. I guess is what I was getting at.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. That's fair. But I'm just saying,
their whole thing's kind of built on that. But I get what you're saying.
But that's like I'm saying. So I'm comparing it with Rome, right?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Just name a country. It's China. China today. It's like.
I'm not gonna lie. If I'm mad at Trump for one thing, is I cannot think or say the word China without China.
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 It's China. But yeah, no, definitely, man, definitely. I mean, look, it's actually, I don't know if you hear what's going on in Japan right now, but they're going through what is it? An immigrant crisis where they're importing, and like, what are y'all doing?
Yeah, this is a mistake.
Like, it's not gonna work out for you in the long run, but they need bodies. Goes back to what me and you were saying, talking, like, I don't know why we've made having kids such a stigma. Like, that's, you can't even talk about that. Like, how dare you suggest that people should have a child? Like, but that's kind of like the one thing we're kind of good at as a species is it's the trinity of drugs, sex, rock, and roll.
The default setting.
It would be kind of nice if it were easier for young families to get homes, because nest building is kind of a big part of having a family, I think, for a lot of people.
Right, but that was the plan from the beginning.
So
Yeah.
I agree with that, but I don't think that's the reason why people aren't. I mean, I think way better contraceptives and way too many other cool things to do other than having sex is why we don't have babies. Because
Like
Oh,
what?
you mean just this last decade?
right, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like there's never been a great time to have a kid economically, other than maybe like the what maybe between the 60s and the 80s, maybe.
The boomers.
But like if you were cognizant enough to like look at the economy at any given time, you'd be like, no, I don't know. No, it's because they were having a lot of sex, which is where all the babies came from. They weren't thinking about the economy. They were thinking about hooking up and having kids, and then they basically figured out the other part later. Now we have children that are so smart, they know all the dangers of everything before they even try it, and so they're risk averse to the point to where they're paralyzed with fear to even try anything remotely risky. It's crazy. I've never seen it before in a generation.
Also, you have to look at the push for the last, I don't know how many decades, since the 70s probably, for people to get college educations. It's
Yeah,
like,
100%.
you need a college education, you need a career, and then once you have a career, then you can have your kids. And it's like, bro, you're pushing chicks into their mid 30s, which is when they should stop having kids in order to start having
there also was the messaging, like if you have a kid, your life's over. Your life's over. Like you could might as well just go jump off a cliff because you had a baby. Whereas I look at my wife, man, we got ours knocked out early in life. So she's still young and looking good, and I'm still young enough. And
Gary, Leah, get over here. I'm gonna put a baby in you.
Yeah, for real. I had to go get that thing cut off because I'm like, we're gonna be like Mike Miller and have like 19 kids. I can't do that. I ain't making that Marvel DC money like him.
Shoot.
But it's and I look back and I'm like, man, this is like one of the greatest, once again, snapshot decisions I ever made was to, marry somebody at a young age that was attractive, and then we did the thing that happens when you're married to attractive people, and then it's very simple science. I think if you think about it too much, that's when you don't have kids.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying.
well, I gotta crunch the numbers and the water bill. Like, hey, I like the way your ass and titties look. Let's have some babies. Like, that's where you gotta be. We're talking 20-year-olds. Forget all that college educated, heady stuff. You gotta be like, hey man, you look good. I'm gonna make some bad life choices right now. And
welcome, Matt Costin.
Hello, everybody.
Ooh.
So you're saying basically that smart people don't have kids, and then people aren't as bright.
No. You're not smart because you're educated.
No, I mean they think about it too much, and they're like, I'm not gonna have no kids because that's.
Yeah, you've seen Idiocracy. They once again in a self-owned.
The dumb kids.
They made it seem like Idiocracy seems like it's about look how dumb people are, but people gloss over like no, it was the smart people that chose to not procreate in Idiocracy, right in the beginning of the Idiocracy, which everybody loves to quote. Whatever side you're on, they're like, it's like Idiocracy, but they think it's the other side. I'm like, it is, but not for the reasons you think. But I don't think that's got anything to do with the brain. Not to be funny or even try to crack a joke. I think it's all about passion. Like if there's no passion, there's no children. Like, but once again, if you have rock solid contraception and like infinite digital simulated sex, yeah, the birth rates are gonna plummet.
Yeah, and it's like you realize, like when you think about it, like you said, when you're younger, you're just caught up with the passion in it. When you're older, you're like, that would be stupid, and it's like, so you're like,
yeah, no, dude, I would totally not have 4 more kids now. Like, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's because I'm too smart to be so passionate. It's like, ooh, I want my kids to start making some dumb life choices. And
that's what I mean. I would like kids, and I do want kids, but I'm not like I gotta have kids right now. I'm just like, if I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. I'm like, I'm not like, I'm not in that place where I gotta have kids.
Hey, it's awesome. It's one of those things that I can't stress enough how awesome
Becky's not home, Matt?
No, she's kind of in the same boat, I think.
Yeah,
She's like,
I mean, I think none of us. It's funny that none of us really like. If you think of, that's what I'm saying. If you're thinking about having kids, you definitely don't want kids. It's just like, hey, I'm pregnant. Oh, okay, like you're kind of in it. Like, okay, well, I guess I'm gonna be a dad. Versus like, well, I did the calculations and the perfect time to have it. You're Dr. Manhattan at that point. You're not having no kid.
that's definitely that's how I am, man. I'm just like,
yeah, you can't overthink it. Just do the whole
do it. People say the same thing. Don't try to say when's gonna be perfect time. It's never gonna be a perfect time.
It's never gonna be perfect time.
Yeah, man. That's when you have kids.
I don't know.
I know.
Someday.
Who would have thought you'd be under this social pressure? Right. This is such an old timey social pressure. Where are the children?
It still exists though, because I mean, I had my in-laws were even asking, so you guys gonna have kids?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I've only been married for 4 years.
Hey, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. If you got people saying please don't have kids,
old.
If you got people saying please don't have kids, then you're a shit person. So that's a good thing. They want you to make another copy of you.
Yeah, but I'm like, yeah, it's like once I do that, I said have a kid. It's gonna be, like I said, I don't even know how Mike gets drawing done because like.
Quit worrying about that. Quit worrying about that. Have you seen his army of kids he's got? He's literally replicated himself. Like
he's multiplying.
I'm jealous. I'm like, even his kids have kids. Like once you realize the simplicity of the power of, I hate to say it because I know liberals hate it, of patriarchy is in your children. It's in the life you create.
Yep.
Not in you control it. Like, no, it's because we get to make a family that forms a tribe. I care about these meat sacks more than I care about any other meat sacks.
They're yours.
That's right.
And so but it's one of those things you got to be on the other side of. Otherwise, they're just abstract. Like, hey, I would like to have a Lamborghini, but I don't know the payments and keeping it. But once again, and look, I do think that part of this, and I'm not trying to shame anybody in any type of way, but I do think there is a kind of timing of this. Like, it's definitely better to do it when you're younger, because everybody knows that's post 40, like your body starts letting you down in ways you would never imagine.
Yeah,
like you jump off the bottom step and then you're crippled for life. You're like, what? What?
Yeah, I'm working with a sore neck that I've been dealing with for like 4 weeks. So.
Oh,
you've always had some kind of neck and back pain because
you got a big head.
I was thinking that, but I also have a giant kielbasa head too, so I understand that. That's why I lean back and draw. I cheat. I went full digital, and it's so much more comfortable to draw.
Yeah, I can't do that with these, so
I don't have to hold a 20-pound bowling ball over my neck and shoulders about a head. But and one thing I will say for those who all in this podcast have children, just so I can know who I'm offending and not offending, because I don't want to offend
Mike. That's it.
Just Mike. All right. So
I'm still a child.
Hey, if you got nieces and nephews, adopt them. Like, because look, their parents probably are,
sick of them,
half-ass doing it. Just be like, all right, I'm gonna treat you like you're my kid.
I have nieces and nephews, man. I love them. They're really great kids.
That's good. That's great, because you get a chemical from that you don't get from any other activity, which is serotonin. I know you guys know about this, but I'm just saying it out loud for people who don't know. Serotonin is you only get from group activities and familial activities. You can't get it from politically debating anybody. You get dopamine from that, but you don't get serotonin. You only get it from it's a longer term chemical, but it also lasts longer. It bonds you to the person, and it changes the way your brain neurons are mapped, so you're not such a narcissist. It's like, wait a minute, I gotta be other-centric instead of me-centric. And this is coming from what I call myself an organic narcissist, because I was an only child for so long. And so I just really didn't learn to think about other people's feelings or emotions, because why would I have to? It's me.
Right.
But
world.
children definitely, and my wife definitely helped me overcome and I still got a lot of things. She still hates everything I do in the kitchen just because I'm like a 6-year-old that just leaves a mess everywhere in my wake, and I can't help it. I'm trying to change, and if we do get a divorce, that's gonna be why. It's not gonna be anything cool or like, oh, I was having sex with models or something. No, it's because I left a mess in the kitchen one too many times, and I had a good run. I had a good run, but she finally left me. She finally got out of the toxic relationship full of abuse and all that, the therapy words people like to use. But no, I'm one of those people that and people actually get annoyed with me because I love my wife so much that I don't do like the guy talk like, oh, my wife sucks and women. Now I'll say that about like women as a culture, but my wife is like the best woman I know to this day. And yes, she's right here listening right now, but I would say it even if she wasn't.
Can she hear us?
She can hear me though.
Oh, tell her I said hello.
Hey, Mike said hello. I think she got her earbuds in, so maybe she can't hear anything. So never mind.
She hears. Don't worry.
I know, right?
She's reading your lips.
Yeah, everything you're saying.
Ignoring. I will say, man, noise canceling earbuds probably will lead to a slight uptick in divorce because, man,
or murder.
Like, hey, you didn't hear me, and you're just like talking, and they heard nothing. But
I heard they've made headphones that they're noise canceling, but within a certain range, it'll pick up speech. So if somebody walks up next to you and says something, it'll filter that audio in so you can hear that. So
I think we got those, but we both have ours like on maximum noise cancel all the time because it is nice.
Yeah.
I didn't realize I was one of those autism kids until like those headphone kids that you make fun of. I'm like, oh man, I might be one of those kids because having the outside noise dampen does help you focus and concentrate more. Like, right? But you don't really know that until you get that technology working for you.
Depends on what you're doing.
I'm just good at like.
I'm too paranoid to get them.
Yeah, I wear the headsets with the wire still.
I'm going to tell you what.
I hate wearing headsets, man.
It's one of those things that you're not gonna know it till you get it. So if you never get it, you'll be fine. You'll never want them or crave them. But once you get pure noise canceling and you take flights all the time, like me, I can't live without them.
No, dude, I tried them. Like my father-in-law gave me Apple earbuds, right?
Oh,
and I didn't like the way it felt when all of a sudden it's just like it's weird, like thumb, like a vacuum in your ear, and I'm like, oh, it's creepy to me. I just couldn't stand it.
I love it. See, I love us artists. We all got that autism quirk right there. Like, my ears.
It's like it was just like dead silence.
I'm with you. I'm the same way about. I can't stand stuff that like kind of like hugs my. It drives me. I'm just like. So I get it, man.
Also, I have to have a fan at night going so that it's not quiet.
Same.
Yeah, I just some type of white noise. Like,
yep. Don't say the obvious joke, Mike. I know you're like you got it queued up. Like white noise, you say? How come it couldn't be
I was more gonna go with the fan thing and be like, yeah, I hate when fans are freaking bugging me all day long.
You're anti-fan?
No,
he's not a fan.
Oh, you meant like. Oh man, that's kind of like a flex, man. I don't know about that. I hate when my pink Lamborghini isn't washed. Okay,
I gotta take my car to the shop all the time. The Lambos always give me
the Lambo shop. I should have never got an electric Lambo.
They have those now.
What?
Oh, I guess, but
Lambos, yeah.
Makes sense.
Do you have to replace car batteries as often as you do cell phone batteries?
I think it's like every 5 years or something.
Oh,
it's every 2 years in California.
Yeah,
my batteries go.
Oh, you're talking about electric car batteries?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm talking about my regular car battery.
I thought they lasted at least like 10 years.
Oh, do they? Oh, okay.
Yeah, but they're expensive when they do have to be replaced because they cover the entire length of the car.
Yeah, they're huge. They're like 2,000 pounds.
Dang.
I wonder how much the car would weigh without it. It'd probably be like way too light to be safe.
50 pounds. I don't know.
It's like a 50-pound car. You're getting ricocheted into space when you get in a car accident. Just, I can see that.
I still want my Tesla truck, man. I keep seeing them on the road all the time.
The Cybertruck?
Yeah.
I just wish they look better. They're so
yeah, I was about to say, I laugh at them every time I see them.
That's why I like them, man. I
The
love
black
how,
one. I like the black ones.
It looks like a RoboCop, like
Yeah.
like Ed 209, like.
I can
vehicle
see
or
that.
something.
I can see that.
Yeah, if you get the right wrap, it'll look good. But
Yeah, they have tons of wraps out here in California, man.
Yeah.
I've seen pink
this is
camo, and
all
I've
the
seen
time.
like chrome. Chrome was crazy. That was the craziest one.
It looks like it's straight out of a video game.
Yeah. Polygon, like.
A PS1 video game.
PS1.
Yeah, I think they call it the low poly look.
I like the guys that wrap them, like the Warthog from Halo.
Oh yeah, I've
Yeah, I
seen
can see
that.
that. Yeah, Elon Musk.
I always get like people like my in-laws are giving me beef over that, like, you want one, those are ugly, and I'm like, yeah, I know, I love that the way it looks. It's just so different than all the other stuff. Looks the same to me. Like all these cars all look the same.
I'll concede that. Like, I do think that they are, like, I call it pug ugly, where they're ugly cute. But so I can see that, but I make fun of them every time I see them, just because they, like, you can tell who's ever in there. It's like certain type of car, like, oh yeah, it's definitely a douchebag in there. Like, he didn't get that car just to, like, oh, it's a practical car that can get me. Like, no, he wants to start some shit if it's a one.
It's bulletproof, so he doesn't have to worry about
There
it.
it is. There it is.
Except for the windows. It doesn't make any sense. Why make the car bulletproof if the windows aren't?
But that's where you could put your own bulletproof window glass in there.
You know how much that costs? Good lord.
Yeah, but it's cheaper than armoring the whole car. So you got or half the cost there, right? Only half the cost, right? I would definitely put in bulletproof windows. That'd be sweet.
Just don't wrap it in a bunch of targets. It's a bad idea.
you know what's gonna happen is you're gonna get the Tesla truck, and then right after that, you're gonna find out you're having like quadruplets or something. I got nowhere to put them in this practical vehicle.
I'll just put them in the back, strap them to the hood.
Put them in the frunk.
I'll strap them to the hood like Mad Max, in a little bubble.
Have one play guitar, flames coming out the side.
All right, so you know what? I thought I had you, not then I just got jealous right there. Like, wait. That would be so cool.
Yeah, they're gonna make that'd be funny if they made like a little like hatchback trailer for the Tesla truck, like those old school 80s.
Yeah, I can definitely see somebody doing that.
Probably have to make custom made or.
I've seen one with a camper.
Oh really?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I did too. That's what I was like. I felt like I've seen that before, but
yeah, I think you can get a camper for it.
Like you put it like
those
a
things are very fast.
Yeah, man. That's because it's just digital, man. You just like. Whoop.
No, it's all torque.
Yeah. There's no engines and all that.
Yeah, it's like turning on a screwdriver, electric screwdriver. It's just on.
It's funny because everyone driving those drives super slow, but it's like, and then all of a sudden, finally, I seen like one guy cruising. I'm like, there you go. Like usually they're like, I'm trying to beep and like, hurry up.
One time I was in my illustrious Chrysler Town and Country minivan, and I'm going down the Dan Ryan in Chicago. It's the major strip through Chicago, and I see this Lambo. Matter of fact, it was whatever the Lamborghini was that was in Dark Knight.
Okay.
And I'm trying to get a good look at it, but I think I did like an animalistic pseudo intimidation thing where he thought I was trying to race him, which I wasn't. I'm just trying to catch up to him to look at him, and the thing like drops down like about a half a foot.
Yes,
and just disappears into the horizon.
Goes into launch.
I was like, "That's so cool! That's so cool!" and I realized I'd never be that guy with my 4 kids. So I guess I just did the case against kids because you're not getting a Lambo when you got 4 kids. Where are you gonna put them?
You just have the maid drive
there and buys you a Lambo.
Wait a minute. What did you say? Have the maid drive?
Yeah, had the butler or the maid drive them in a separate car.
Well, I guess if you're Batman, yeah, that'll work. But we're still just people that drop.
You know what? If you can afford a Lambo and 4 kids, you can afford another car.
Yeah. And
You
can have
know,
someone else drive.
I actually got it on the truck life, man. I've been loving my pickup truck, man.
Ooh, truck
If-
in Chicago.
No. I'm in Indiana. I'm about 80 miles outside of Chicago, but
Oh, okay.
the closest you can get to purchasing white privilege, that isn't a thing. But it's just get a truck. Like, just nobody messes with you when you're in a truck. Like, cops just salute you, and you just go on about your way, because who the heck's doing crime in a pickup truck? Whoa! Somebody came in with the.
This was a while. This is 20 minutes ago.
Okay. I'm like,
usually I have a guy in here that's doing the chat.
Feel
70s
better?
were a
Yeah.
terrible time to have kids. 50s were. What do you mean? I was born in the 70s. It was a great
So
time to be-
that's what I was gonna see. See, this person is thinking about it. The 60s and 70s was drugs, sex, rock and roll. So a lot of kids were born in those times. It was a lot of sex-fueled parties in those times. And so once again, you thinking about it, yeah, why would you have kids during the Cold War? But not thinking about it and just doing it is how we all got here. And it's also why our daddies are old as hell too. So it's like, what was our dads doing?
My
The
dad's-
economy was so good back then, you could have a family they didn't know about. you could have multiple families, with those factory jobs back then.
Dude, I know, man. Like, there were one guy. I watched a little news report from the '80s, and this guy was talking about how he has to pay more taxes now that he's making more money, and he was only making $14,000 a year, and he had a 3-bedroom house and 2 kids, 2 cars, and he only made $14,000 a year. And I'm like,
Yep.
yeah.
Oh, you mean back then? Back then?
Back
I'm
in
like,
the 80s,
what?
yeah.
Back
in
in
the
the 80s.
Well, my grandpa, when he was raising my dad with my grandma, he only made $8,000 a year. He had an acre of land with a house and 4 kids, and he was the only one that worked, and he made $8,000 a year.
Yeah. Cost of living was.
But that was back when a brand new Mustang was $500.
Yeah.
Well,
my
not-
dad had a
That
Corvette.
was the 60s, but whatever.
My dad had a Corvette. He had a Stingray Corvette as a teenager.
I love the
Yeah.
Stingrays. They're original Batmobiles.
Yeah, man. You see the new ones?
Yeah.
They look crazy. I'm like, what is that? Is that a Lamborghini? I'm like, oh, it's a Corvette. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I that's actually why I don't like them, because they want to be they want to be Lamborghini so bad.
It's so
I
crazy.
feel like I feel like it has an identity crisis. Like, come on, man, you know you're not a Lamborghini. Quit. But I say that, but I actually saw one up close, and they're pretty cool. Actually,
They are,
they're
man.
pretty cool.
They
Look at
are
the
the
Stingray
poor
logo.
man's Lamborghini.
Oh, guess what I saw? I went to a racetrack because my nephew was racing at the K1, and they had these cars out there, and there was a Bugatti, which I've never
nice.
seen close up.
What
And I was
color
like-
was the Bugatti?
It was a great Bugatti,
It's a Bugatti.
and I was like, man,
Bugatti
but it was so
Top G.
freaking nice. And there's a couple out there that had a coffee stand, but it was like a Japanese van, and they converted it into a coffee, a coffee truck. It's a small, little, tiny, miniature van that looked like it would be big, and then you get up to it, it's just tiny. And they said they actually ordered it. They went to Japan, bought it in Japan, and had it shipped.
I think
shipped
I
out
know what
here.
you're talking about. Those vans are cool because they're
Yeah, it's so
modular,
cool.
right? You can basically trick them out however you want.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you basically get the front cab, but you can put whatever you want in the chassis. Yeah, those are amazing.
Yeah,
If
man, it was
if they
cool.
would have released something like that in America, it would have revolutionized like self-employed businesses, because you can
Oh.
literally make it in anything you want.
Dude,
I think
did you see that they
Signed
did?
those in.
What was it?
I think Trump just signed to have those basically start building those kinds of things over here.
Really?
Like, yep, people like
Yep.
these; they need to be legal.
I'm out then. I don't want no racist truck. I can't do it because of racism.
What? It's a truck.
Don't you know that the systemic racism built into the paint colors of the trucks are oppressing me somehow, some way?
Somehow.
So I can't. I gotta pass up on that opportunity because racism. I'm joking. I'm gonna definitely get like 8 of those. So, because I think they were like 20 or 30 grand. They weren't really that expensive for what you like. Because you pretty much buying like a.
$5,000.
They're like how much?
In Japan, I think they're like $5,000.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, well, maybe no. They were like $10,000. That's what they were. They were really cheap.
Really
I
cheap.
looking into them. Yeah, they were like cheap enough to where I'm like, bro, I would get a fleet of these and do Transformer stuff where they form one big giant robot or something. So what would you do if you got one, Melissa?
Me? Oh wow.
Yep, I'm boomeranging you in the conversation because you're talking too much. You're talking too much and you're ruining the flow of things.
Melissa always talks too much. That's her problem.
Yeah, it's like you keep interrupting and mansplaining. Come on, what's wrong with you? No, seriously, what would you do with one of those convertible mini semi trucks?
Oh my gosh. Honestly, like the one thing I'd like to do more than anything that would involve like a truck would probably be transporting supplies and stuff to conventions.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those would be cool. Those would be cool for that. I think because what I would do is it's just smart enough where I would drive it into my booth space and just open up like a food truck. And like my wall would be like a thing that flaps up off the side, and then when it's done, I close it up and just drive off and drive home.
And you can have most of your inventory in the back already.
Exactly. You got power, you got electricity, and
Nice.
that's what I'm saying. It would literally change the game.
Get two little might have to get two spaces next to each other to have enough room to fit it, width wise, but that wouldn't be bad.
Yeah, I usually get a 10 by 20 end cap anyway, so.
Oh, okay.
I've already gamed this out, man.
So do you have like a lever or something that just puts the display up like vertically and then you roll it back in?
So pretty much you've seen the food trucks, right? So I would have like what usually makes the canopy, I would just flap it all the way up. And it would I don't know why I thought that was Vince McMahon for like half a second. I was like, man, he is swole.
Vince McMahon got jacked.
Vince McMahon got jacked, but yeah, I would have the canopy fold up into like just a straight parallel wall.
Is that Dorian Yates' brother?
That's Dorian Yates.
I want to say Will. Oh, Will Yates. Okay, I thought his name was Will Yates.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I know Dorian Yates, but yeah.
Will Yates dominate.
Got it.
You know what this one is, right? This guy.
That's Dorian Yates.
No, right here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong page.
He's still jacked.
Who is that? No.
I think it's his name's Robinson, right? Is that his name?
I say if you don't know, we don't know.
I'm bigger than that.
Yeah. You're not sure. I'm afraid we couldn't answer.
Robinson, he's still
like you said it with such confidence. I'm like, oh man, he's got us all.
Well,
he's got us all trapped in it.
Yeah, he's on Instagram. I saw him on Instagram. He was on that one, Michael Hearn's Instagram.
Oh, really?
I love Michael Hearn, man.
Yeah, he's on his. He's his friends with him. He's jacked. This guy's still
What
jacked.
is love?
Really?
He's like in his 70s, and he's like jacked.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Michael Hearn memes, man. I can't get enough of them.
He needs to stop with the plastic surgery, though. It's a little too much.
I mean, he looks like a handsome Squidward at this point, which is why I love him. Like he's literally like a male bimbo.
Yeah,
like he has that, like he looks kind of dumb a little bit, but in the best way possible. Like if your wife left you for Michael Hearn, you would kind of laugh a little bit, but then you'd be angry.
Look at this awesome, like this guy's a character right here. This is the comic book character. Like come to life.
Wonder Man.
That was I thought that was Rosie
Greer.
Roseanne Barr's husband for a second there.
Oh
yeah. Look how his head is just like this little, and then he's got this neck that's just like
muscular Tom Arnold.
It's all about the neck, man. The neck is where all the magic happens.
Yeah, look at that. And then his chin is like up here. It's kind of like Newman. Like remember Newman from Seinfeld?
Yes, he does look like
Yeah, Newman is if he was jacked. It's like what the heck?
Get him some Ozempic and then get him on those weights.
Man, look at that chin. It's just like it goes right into his neck with that angle. It's just like boom. It's just funny. I gotta draw something like this with a character like that pose. That's
funny.
Crazy. And then this is Tanya Knight.
Oh yeah.
She passed away, I think.
Really? Oh wow, she did. She was an American Gladiator, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. No, her
Yeah,
I
she
do
passed
remember.
away.
Oh, what did I tell you? I got a thing for the muscle mommies, man. At least I'm being consistent.
Yeah.
I'm drawing one right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is anybody else drawing anything from Savage Land? Or?
I am.
Your rogue is right on time because they just dropped the cosplay and the costume in Marvel Rivals, so you're gonna have a little cross contamination there. She was in American Gladiators too, actually. I do believe.
Linda Murray she was Miss Olympia.
Okay, maybe not then. I feel like she was
still, dude. She's still in shape. I've seen her now. She's like, gotta be in her 60s. She's still in shape. She has her own Instagram. Linda Murray. I think she was like won like 7-8 times or some crazy number like that. I don't think she beat Arnold's record though. Maybe, so I don't know exactly. Yeah, there she is too. Like she's doing her. You can tell this. Oh, who's eating here?
Huh?
Mike's eating.
Ooh.
I thought that was a drawing. I'm like, man, that's detailed.
That's AI.
It's AI. You know, yeah, Mike's not really eating. It's like the Will Smith AI spaghetti eating.
Yeah. Will Smith,
Oh, dude, did you see what you can do now with this one AI
better
app? You can actually you could take out your favorite movie scene and you can make it first person view. Like, so they showed like the Joker when he blew up the hospital and he dressed like a nurse. They showed his first person view. He's like looking at his hands with a lighter, and they had the side by side with the actual film, and it's like exact movements and everything, like first person. And then the same
Hollywood's gotta be quaking in their boots, man.
Dude.
It's like, because the funny thing is, just what, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, all those little, twink artists are like, AI artists, and it literally pushes out of the way, get out of my way, twerp, and goes right for Hollywood.
Yeah.
And now, like, all the artists still bitching about AI art. I'm like, dude, it doesn't even care about you anymore. Like, the machine monster has moved on to motion pictures, man. Like, it's like it's like it's light work.
That's why, they're thinking like this can put artists out of business. They're gonna put Hollywood out of business.
Exactly. Like it didn't even stick around long enough to hurt us.
Yeah. It just bypassed. Like it
was just like, you are too weak.
Yeah,
I need a stronger target. You only have thousands in your industry. I need more money than you dweeb artists can produce.
It's like not even.
And so I thought, and plus, like I said, I think we deserved it because one, art had reached a floor where it was a little too mediocre for its own good, which is why it was able to replicate us so easily. And two, like, we need a little bit of fire under the butt to get off our, hind ends and start putting out art that amazes people instead of just like, oh, here's, I drew this in 5 hours. Like, no, take your time, beat the machines. Once again, but hypocritically, I do not want AI art in Comic-Con. But it is definitely, I mean, I was just in San Francisco at a show, and every other billboard was promoting AI this, AI that, AI.
Wow.
This. And and not like art. Like I said, art is like, if you're arguing about AI art, it's so childish. Like, it doesn't care about that no more. Like, it's powering like whole infrastructures.
Yeah,
it's like saying we're not going to use electricity to power computers. It's like, yeah, they're going to use it for everything, bro. Like, what are you talking about? Like, it's not just to do this one thing. It's not just for drawing.
Yeah, that's like the rudimentary like way of using it. Actually, when you think about what it can do, it's like
exactly
that's the bottom line. It's like, oh, look, I can make it jump through a little hoop, and you're like, oh, yeah, but look at here, it can actually build airplanes and fly them. It's like, oh, okay.
Yep. It did surgery on my giant head. It made my head 20 pounds lighter by scooping my brains out.
It's making diagnosticians irrelevant.
Yeah. And if we're all being honest, unless you have like an in-law or family member, you know, you don't care. Like I said, you don't care. You can I feel like a lot of us have like an attorney style, like, okay, somebody paid you to defend a point, and you kind of get into this role of, all right, I got to defend it, but you really don't care. That's how I felt people most are with like 90% of the issues that they kind of care about.
Well, I
Like,
care
it's gonna-
from the other perspective. I care because, like, I'd rather go to AI and get diagnosed than spend $400 to go to a doctor to hear that.
Nobody can afford health care. So
Yeah, it's completely gonna be the case, and I think because of the most of diagnosing goes off of imaging.
mhm.
It's gonna be able to like, oh yeah, you definitely got butt cancer, man. Like you got cancer.
Well,
Yeah.
smudge on my screen.
It took the machine like 2 seconds to realize that you're gonna have to get your butt removed. But, yeah, so I'm with you on that. And what's funny, I ruptured my Achilles heel.
Ouch.
I know. When I didn't even do nothing epic to do it. That's what made me mad about it. But
if you jumped off a roof or something.
no.
Did you
I
your Achilles tendon?
I'm gonna tell you exactly how I hurt myself because I deserve this shame. Only because of the irony of it. I was making fun of how weak women were compared to men. And I was making fun of like because a leftist had asked me like why are so many men out of work these days? And you guys already know the answer to this, but I was like, because women wanted to be in the workforce, so they displaced a lot of men to do that. Like it wasn't like there was just a bunch of extra jobs available for women. Like they had to push out, and I took like a step as I was imitating women walking into the workforce, and I was wearing the wrong shoes. And once again, when you're over 40, and I laugh at myself because I was like, damn, should I not make fun of women anymore? Because did they do a witchcraft on me? And look, if I wanted to big myself up, I'd be like, oh, I was playing street football with my sons. Like, no, I was making fun of how weak women were.
Oh no.
I ruptured my Achilles. So, I still stand by what I said, but I'm gonna watch what I say around people with mystical powers. But long story short, I went to get an MRI. They looked at the thing, and I'm looking at the thing, and I could read this because we're pattern recognizers, right? So we know what to look for. Like, hey, that lump right there don't look right like the other one. So I'm like, it doesn't really take that big of brains to be like, okay, those black spots mean this. Like every time me and my wife have gotten a ultrasound, I'm like, yep, it's a boy. And the nurse is always disappointed. Like, how did you know so fast? Like, because I can see the thing right there. Like, but most people can't see anything. Like, I look at pixels all day, man. I know what it looks like.
I can look at clouds and see like detailed paintings, and I can look at this picture of a human and see it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, long story short is don't make fun of women ever. And you won't rupture your Achilles tendon.
Man,
It'd be funny if that was like the direct cause. Like the only reason it happens is because you made fun of women. Like it never happens. Other than that, like you'd be perfectly fine. Everybody who's ever done it has done a thought crime of some sort at some time.
yeah, I'd probably be guilty
I guess
of
it makes good storytelling.
No, I guess it's just really. I guess it's something that just happens when you get older as a guy. Like
yeah.
everybody's like, oh, it's like that James Franco meme, like first time, huh? Like, yeah, what happened? Like yeah, this is gonna happen.
I seen it's one video where it was like a middle-aged guy, like, and he was at the halftime at a football game, and they had a challenge for him to run so many yards to win a prize, right? And he took off running, and he halfway through, he got a cramp in his leg and just went over like a board, like he was hauling. And then so someone didn't tell Unc he was already over 40 something.
He's already over 40. You don't even hear me laughing. I'm like, that's trauma. I got a trauma response to that now.
Oh man, it cracked me up because I remember having those moments where actually, you know what? Just recently, I was we went to Applebee's with the in-laws and the family, and there was like a big handicap ramp, right? Mm-hmm. Handicap ramp with the bars where you have to walk all the way up and down this ramp, like do like it's like a roller coaster line or something. I'm like, I don't want to walk all this. I want to just. So I grabbed the bar and I swung my body underneath it, like I would. You know, when you're a kid, you do that.
Right. Yeah.
And right when I did it, I jumped up without even thinking. My thought was like, what am I doing? And then like I thought my first thought was a tailbone hitting the ground. So I'm like, I just raised my butt up high as I could because I'm like, crap. I guess to see that happening, and then I'd be like, you know, traction. So it was like I did made it. So I was pretty confident.
Man, I'm
like,
disappointed, man. This story needed a bad ending, man.
Well, here's another good ending. I was walking with my nephew back with this because no one saw me do it. I walked back on my nephew, and this time I showed off. I grabbed it and I swung underneath it. And my 9-year-old nephew was like, "Sick!" and he ran and did it too. And I'm like, I was like, he's surprised I could do it. He was like, "Whoa!"
Once
Wait, what'd
again,
you do?
this story had no closure. Like you might as well end it with, and then I found $10. Like I need some drama. I swung over and I broke my body in half. And you know,
It's over there right now.
You're telling me about the 2 times you were successful in not rupturing your Achilles heel like I did.
Sorry.
And now I feel oppressed because you think you're better than me.
Sorry, man. No,
authorities involved, and you owe me an apology and some money.
It's like telling a story about how you spent your mortgage money on lottery tickets, and I won $5 billion.
Yeah. Like, you must have learned your
It's
lesson. No, I won like $1 million.
This is like I won $1 million.
I bought my house.
I learned nothing.
In a Lambo.
But I love the fact how you doubled down. You got cocky, like, "Hey, I pulled this off once." You're like, "I'm gonna do it again." I'm like, and look, my evil monkey brain's like, yes, he's gonna fail this time. Oh, he did it twice. Like,
dude, I was like, but the second time though, I did it.
And then everybody.
I realized that's when it was like dangerous, and I was like, I'm not doing that again because my tailbone got close. Because the first time I jumped from the top to like a little ledge, swinging down, but this time it was swinging from the bottom up to a ledge. And
no matter how much you hype up the danger, man, you didn't get hurt. I'm so disappointed in you, man.
But the thing is, my mindset. I had to realize my mindset's still that young mindset where I could do.
No, you were right. You were playing with your life, man. The Grim Reaper was sitting around like, "Oh, I got another one. I got another one."
And then another one happened just like a couple of days ago. I was parked my car in a mall on the ground, and I was trying to walk to my car, and I realized there's like this cement wall with like a giant cement window, like an open window, so you could see your car, but you couldn't get to it unless you walked all the way down to the end.
Please don't tell me you jumped through that damn cement wall.
Yeah, I jumped through it. But here's the thing: it wasn't as cool as in my mind. I thought I could just run over, put my hand on the ledge, and just jump my whole body over it. You know, swing your body with one arm. You know, like you just catapult yourself with one arm. I ran and I was about to do it, and I'm like. And I just like did the old man, like put my heels on, and I kind of inched my butt over and then fell off. I was like, I looked around, nobody saw me. I was like, that was embarrassing because I didn't fall, but I didn't do the cool jump. I just kind of like did the safe little lowered my body down.
That makes me feel better. All right, we're good. You're in good standing in the malicious envy capital you've been building up with me. So I will erase my revenge scheme I had to get you to do something stupid.
See, I got some still little stories there.
I'm going to set up a bunch of obstacles right outside of your house that you're like, you're going to be so tempted. Like, oh, I got an American Gladiator these. I can do it. And,
well, here's the thing. I train now so that I don't have those moments of just like, tripping over my own foot and falling down like one step and like getting crippled. Like, because it's like a sneezing and like put my back out,
now you're back in because that's literally what happened to me. I took one step and got crippled. Now for the record, I got better. I'm on the mend, but just so I can get my victim capital, I want to pretend like I'm still handicapped and all that. So you gotta feel sorry for me.
There's a video. I saw a video where a guy, he's like this big dude. He looked like he's like, back when he was in high school, he probably was intimidating, right? And he's kind of like all confident. He's like standing on this porch, which is only like 2 steps down, right? And he's standing there on the security camera, and he just kind of like, has his hands on his hips. And then he just takes half a step and like falls down the steps onto his knees and face first into his truck. And then he's like out, just like on the ground, like, and his wife like, what the heck happened?
I think I've seen that. Like
Yeah.
he didn't just fall. He like catapulted
Yeah.
into his truck and he dented his truck.
Yeah,
That was crazy.
Yo,
And his wife was said, "What the hell happened to the truck?"
Yeah.
She was like, "You dented the truck."
Like,
I'm like, this man is done.
Yeah. Oh man. And then there's another one where a guy, middle-aged guy, he's like in flip-flops and he's talking to somebody and he's like, he's doing that thing where you're on like the steps, but you're kind of like bouncing your foot like on half the step. And he's in flip-flops, and that was it, man. When I saw that, I'm like, oh, that's a bad idea. And then he just went out.
That's
down.
not funny. That was actually my video. That was me. I was wearing slides at the time when I put that step. So
I think that's what he was wearing. Wait, was that your video of you?
yeah, it was. I was outside of a restaurant making fun of a woman.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, if that video goes viral, I want my paycheck for it. But yeah, it is what it is. So, Mike, what would you do with a mini semi truck, if anything? I know you're gonna say nothing because you're
semi truck.
You're pretty much the mini. You got to see these things, but they're cool. I'm trying to build up excitement. Like the ladies are with me on this, but you gotta get with the program, man.
You mean the Japanese one or the American?
Yeah, that thing's so cool.
Teeny tiny mini semi truck.
It's a mini.
Remember, you could literally make it into whatever you want it to be.
I got a picture of it here. I took a picture because you guys can tell me if this is the one you're thinking of. Let me see.
I used to live by a guy who had like a Mazda club with a bunch of little mini trucks. It was pretty funny.
Here we go. I got it.
Did you talk about those like little Mazdas?
It's a here. Can you see it?
Ew.
Oh, one of those.
That's not the one I'm talking about, but that's cool.
That's not a mini semi truck. That's a mini minivan.
Yeah, this one looks like it had a.
It's my father-in-law standing next to it.
That is mini.
It's
I want
mini,
one.
man.
That's rad.
Isn't it awesome? They tricked it out though because they put the stuffs on. They put these little. They had an option where they made it. The front looks like 1980s like grill and the round lights instead of the modern square lights. There's the round headlights and the little chrome round the lights and then the chrome little grill. And they opted for that. The Japanese did it for them before they even shipped it. And
He's taller than the van. That's crazy.
yeah, look at that, man. That's how small this thing is. And the doors are thin. Like the doors are like that thick. It's like, usually the car doors like like that.
Mm-hmm.
This is like this thing is like thin doors.
Wow.
So it's like it's so cool.
So it's a
And
Japanese van.
yeah, they got it from Japan, shipped it. And look
Yeah.
at this one.
The cars over there are so freaking small, dude. It's rad.
Look at this guy. I love this little bug. And those ones you'd always see in like Scooby-Doo and stuff, like those
Yeah.
buggies.
You know what's funny? I was thinking of Spider-Man. Remember the
Oh, yeah,
Spider-Man vehicle?
Spider-Man. Yeah, he had one too. That's right.
The
This guy was
buggies.
DJing from the back of it. See the turntable. Dude, this is the race, man. It was like out in the middle of the desert, middle of nowhere. It was crazy. Yeah, here he's. Look at that, those racers.
Oh yeah, I forgot to check.
That make them racist?
I knew somebody was gonna say something. So they couldn't resist.
Look at this
I was
car. Oh, look at this.
Right there.
This was a Porsche. I think it was a Porsche SUV or something. Look at that thing. It looks like a Tron car or something. But I used to think, why would you get an SUV, pay expensive money for an SUV, a Porsche SUV, right? Well, this thing, dude, when it started up, it was like, whoa. It's not like a Porsche racing car starting up. I was like, whoa.
It's still coke. It's still coke. Don't get a Porsche
Look at that. Look at that.
station wagon.
Look at that thing, man. Look at that.
You
All
get
the
yourself
lines.
a Chrysler Town and Country like a good soccer mom. That's what I got.
Oh man. Well, these people are all money. Like the racers. There's like an NBA basketball player whose son was racing in these carts, and that's why I said I was proud of my nephew because he's like little small town Oklahoma racing with these kids who've been racing since they're 5, and he just started in March, and he's at the World Championships. I was like, dude.
You know what? And if he keeps mingling with that network, he's gonna have a lot of good people that he knows that can help get him
dude,
places.
he's friends with these guys. These young kids like him because they said he's so likable and nice. They're just like hanging around him, and yeah. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
look, he can pull a Great Gatsby, man, and just kind of go in there and start hobnobbing with the rich folk.
Which kind of car is that again? It's a James Bond. Like
Aston
it's hard to
Martin?
see because it's bad.
Yeah,
video.
that's Aston Martin looks like.
Oh, here's the one, that one car.
Oh, I like that. Whoa.
Look at that.
Did somebody lose all
Is
their
that
muscle?
someone's knee or Achilles tendon going?
That did sound like that could be like a number of things. Like
Never trust the fart.
He
Sorry,
bent,
never trust the
Who's going
fart.
through that?
Oh, I
he
hope
bent over and his back was like,
Ah, my back.
the Peter Parker, my back.
see, that's that
Ah,
one.
my
There you go.
knee.
The Bugatti.
No.
Bugatti.
Bugatti.
Look at that Bugatti, man. That Bugatti. Look at the window. Watch. Look at the window when it's so slanted that it's like over your. You look up and you're looking out the window. You know, it's crazy. Yeah. Cool. There's the bug. That's what I want. I want that thing. You know what it is? It's a
speed buggy.
Volkswagen Beetle. Yeah. It's a Volkswagen Beetle with the fiberglass body added on top of it. That's all in the new
It's
tires.
like Herbie.
Speed buggy.
Yeah. Oh, here's my Batman. See, a barbarian Batman.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
Oh, I
cool.
thought that was Absolute Batman.
Yeah, it's
It
in
is.
Absolute.
Yeah, that series is
Absolutely.
really popular.
A lot
Yeah,
of
people love it because I think it's because it's new. You know, it's different. It's like an Elseworlds Batman or something.
Well, DC has been doing like Infinite Elseworlds like every year, it seems.
Wait,
Mike should know. He worked on one of the first ones that they were doing.
Oh, I like that Bane. It's nice.
Oh yeah.
I finished the Bane. I sent it out finally.
Very nice.
Oh, okay. That was a commission.
Yeah. I had fun drawing that one because it was like I never get to draw like crazy proportions and weird like
Yeah.
characters. That was fun, man. I want to do more of that. I like drawing the weird.
If you want a great source for some just reference material, it's a site called Sketchfab. I'd recommend.
Okay, Sketchfab.
Yeah, you can just about put anything you want in there, and they usually got a good model. I'm going to show you some stuff I did.
Cool.
And me, I got a bunch of ingredients to what I do, so it's not like, oh, I found this one thing and made it my whole image. But let's see.
My
Three
nephew.
models to make good reference.
See my nephew there?
Oh,
Ray.
that's him.
Yeah.
Go
so
Speed
like-
Racer, go!
That's AI.
That's AI. Is that a drone shot though?
Oh, I heard ya.
Oh, cool.
All right, now that, wait a minute. All right, now that is AI. Like, wait
Watch.
a minute.
Uh,
That's pretty cool. I
great.
nailed it when I said Speed Racer. Then
What the first? Look at this. I love that. It just took this. I took the still photo, put it in there, and it's like boom.
Are you using
Yeah.
Brock?
Yep. For the animation part.
I don't know if you guys can see. This is a storm I did.
Ooh.
Oh, she's
But,
beautiful.
Wow.
I went on there and I got some 3D hands that I use for reference, and it's like I said, I got a lot of different things. But
Yeah, have you got a
man.
specific pose you're looking for? It's good to be able
I'm
to
always, I mean, it's got to be sexy. But yeah, so I'm always, I got a folder that I made a digital art of 3D models that are all, I call it I got like, it's 6 folders that are just named sexy 1 through 6. And I literally go through it and I see what's what, and what I'm going to use. Yeah, so what's funny is the type of art that that you're doing, Mike, has been kind of slowly but surely like anime is taking over, obviously, and so you see a lot of like the kind of risque anime art, but you really don't see a lot of sexy mainstream superhero art anymore. And so I kind of made it a point to like do that in 2025. So I'm slowly, and guys too, sexy girls and sexy guys. I'm not discriminating, but I'm bringing sexy back.
like that 90s swimsuit issue.
Pretty much. Here's a rogue I did.
Oh, very nice.
I'm bringing discriminating.
Well, we do that anyway. That's something that's like a passive human trait that we do. It's like by choosing one thing, you're already including another thing. That's actually my argument against diversity, is that the more things you include, the more stuff you leave out. It's like when you go, this is for this group only, like that's very not inclusive.
Yeah.
You're only, well, we want to make sure there are no straight white men in this. Like, that's a huge underrepresented population. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, I once again, it's a self-own where you think you've won your argument. Like, this production had no white people on it. Like, that's racist as hell. Like, you actively discriminated against white people. Like,
That's ridiculous.
But they're the oppressors.
yeah, I mean, yeah, it used to be, but
Now it's you,
always-
Terry. Now you're the
What'd you
oppressor.
say?
Now you're the
Yeah,
oppressor.
now I'm in the club. I'm in the because I'm a male, and all the patriarchy are super evil. We I feel like they treat like men like we all have like just how they say a turkey in the pot in a car in every garage. Like we all have women that we're for like what? All the men didn't get a woman. What are you talking about? That was always not an over the counter narcotic that was distributed freely in any civilization. It's like you always like, hey, you want some of this? You got to go climb a mountain, kill a tiger, bring back the pelt, and you might get a woman. All right, I'll do it. Because hey, it was that powerful of a drug. It's like, all right, what do you want me to do again?
I know, Alpha Proto. Jeff's not here, so sorry. The chat's kind of going by the wayside because
Oh, hey, Jeff.
I'm drawing.
Oh, here's last one. Here's a
Actually, oh my
ghost
gosh,
art
it's
I
almost
did.
10 o'clock. I got to wrap this up and get to whatnot.
Oh,
We gotta get thee to whatnot. Well, I ain't selling crap here, man.
No, I understand. And
Just for
it's
hanging out.
actually like 1 o'clock here, so I'm gonna in the AM. So
Ooh.
All right. Well, let's see what Amy and Missy are up to.
Oh,
okay. I'll just post it.
yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was curious.
Oh,
They've been
sure, never.
incognito this whole time.
Sorry.
Okay, it's incomplete, but I'll send what I got.
Okay. And Doug posted something savage.
I forgot to share my screen. I was drawing this whole
Yeah, I
time.
know. That's why I thought you weren't drawing.
Oh, my bad.
Right, Jiminy's drawing.
Yeah, Mike's ignoring me.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh.
Oh, look at that.
What is
So
that?
this guy knows what I like, man.
See, muscle mommy.
Muscle
Mhm.
mommy. And also like one of my top tier muscles is Vasquez from Alien. So you
I was about to say,
almost-
Medgar Vasquez.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's for a job I'm working on right now. So
That's very
Cool.
cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, man, that's awesome, dude.
but here's the there's Rogue. That's from a couple weeks
Very
ago
cool. Yeah, I love the inks on that. I'm seeing a lot of Art Adams influence in that.
though. Oh, cool.
Yep, he is your daddy. I feel like all of us have an art daddy.
Oh, that's
he's-
awesome.
Yeah, that's really cool.
So, no, I like
Very-
trying to find out guys who like would influence the guys I like. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Who do you like?
I like guys like well, obviously I love Japanese
Ah,
artists.
Squirrel Girl.
Whoa,
Ah, that's awesome.
what the? Look at that squirrel! What the heck?
Is that a canon Savage Land Squirrel Girl?
Yeah. I,
Sure.
I'm not. I know. I'm like that is a very sexy outfit. So I'm like, is that a thing? Like, is that something I can draw without stealing?
Oh, I'm not claiming ownership.
That is very
these
classic.
coconuts, right?
Right.
Yeah.
The animation wasn't done, but when he swallowed, he was going to basically hit the grab a coconut from that fall from the sky. He would put it in his mouth in a loop, and the cycle of life would continue.
I'm pretty positive you can get like 5 demographics with this Savage. So you might want to develop this more. This should be the actual costume.
That's so cute.
Oh, thank
Yeah,
you.
I
I'm
dig
so
it.
flattered.
Yeah, isn't that what Raquel Welch is wearing in
Exactly. See, you get it. Excuse my libidinal energy here, guys, but I'm like, va-va-voom.
All right, and then this is Amy's.
So I wanted to do Savage Land and Christmas. So I made kind of a fur trimmed little outfit for her. I didn't get to do the color, but she's got a big poinsettia kind of in her hair and a little braid there. And I did one of those really big deer that you see kind of referenced in like some of the older like animals and used to live in North America. So a really big reindeer with really big horns. And I thought, oh, that'll be kind of cool. So
It's like a prehistoric
That's very
reindeer and prehistoric Christmas.
Looks like a tarot card, actually. It's got a tarot card aesthetic to it.
Oh yeah, the vertical composition.
Oh,
and,
yeah, I
and,
guess
and the
so.
kind of the serene, kind of ethereal, flowing feeling. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
Actually, so I pulled up a picture I did for my tarot card set that actually fits this theme, just because I don't want to feel left out of the thing. So here's
All right.
my Savage.
Hold on, I'm gonna pull
contribution.
that up after this because we want to see Doug's.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's a
my
cute
God.
kid, man.
You know, you're so kind. Like, that's a cute kid. You know damn well he's ugly as hell. Like as a character, not the artwork. The artwork's great. But
Yeah.
man,
Yeah, no, fantastic.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
dude.
That's a face of mother only a mother could love.
I like that filter actually. That's
That's
cool.
cool, right?
The
I
music.
feel like he's got a third thing on here. Oh, there you go.
Oh, I love him. Oh,
You know what's funny? The filter's too effective. I was like, did you draw that, or is that actually from Hanna-Barbera?
Yeah,
Very
that's
cool.
got a really authentic style for that.
Yeah, that looks super. Like, if you told me, I'd be like, okay, I'm so dumb. Dude.
Very nice. And Doug, you are tonight's pros pick.
Yay!
that's spectacular.
Was it a vote?
Usually, there's
Oh, okay.
there's voting, but he was the only one that posted anything tonight because I didn't really make this into a competition.
That's true.
That's great.
Yeah, this is
Oh my gosh, I do love that little like
Oh,
saber
cool.
good time with those.
like I said, this is a tarot card set for my strength card.
Wow.
Oh,
That's
isn't
cool. I
that
like that line
cool?
headdress.
Yeah, I did
Yeah.
it because it's actually inaccurate, but that made me realize that it would be unique.
It's
Because
okay.
the Aztecs had the jaguar. You know, there were no lions in South America, so it's like, I have an opportunity to do something inaccurate, but it's going to be unique. So
Go
because
for
it's
it.
wrong.
By all means, be creative.
Bring
and
our
do things
stuff.
for
We're
fun.
not Democrats here.
I love how he comes in and it's always like, whoa. You know, after we said some pretty zesty things,
Quite the man.
but it's it's like, oh wait, man, you're late to the party. But yeah, so
Oh,
Very
that's
nice.
wonderful.
Well, awesome, Terry. It was great to have you here. If you want to come on Wednesdays, just let me know. And
You're
we'll,
welcome. Eddie.
Are you on Twitter?
no, man. Hopefully, I
Wait a
didn't
minute.
stop you guys to death. I'll be quiet and demure next time.
Nah.
Hey,
That's not going to happen.
That was
I
cool.
will. I can do it. I can do it for like 10 minutes. I can do it. I can.
Don't forget
Be
mine.
quiet.
What the heck? Been driving for 2 hours for
Wow.
nothing?
All right. Wait, what?
No, that's cool.
Yeah,
oh,
go
what did
show,
you draw, Alan?
go show.
Oh, there's
power.
you. Oh, I have to. Who do I have to undo? There we go.
I don't know.
Oh, cool.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
That's
great.
gorgeous.
Kid Brad. Is it
Okay,
Kid
now
Was
Brad?
was
No,
Rogue,
no.
was
It's
Rogue
Rogue.
the subject matter, or did everybody just swap it to choose Rogue?
That's Savage
She's
He's
pretty
Land.
pretty
Rogue?
famous. Savage Rogue is pretty famous. And also, you got Sauron. Is it
Yeah.
Sauron?
Mhm.
Yes.
Oh yeah, she is. I mean, hers and the Savage Storm are my two favorite.
Oh,
I actually
yeah.
like Savage
Oh,
Psylocke too,
that's
though.
beautiful, Alan.
Oh, yeah, the one.
I wasn't.
Oh, grazie.
And
awesome.
and you managed to do that good even when you're not feeling well.
Oh, bless you.
He came out lovely.
I say Sketchbook Pro, huh?
Very
nice,
nice.
very nice.
Fan pick. No, just kidding.
So out of everybody in this group, I know we're all about to dissipate. Who's all digital artists?
I do
I am
both,
for
man.
sure.
So
I
that's
do
three of us.
both, but
I do.
I do both
Depends on the project. So
I do both. It depends.
Yeah,
I haven't done organic in so long. I can't even claim to do organic art anymore.
Really?
I sold my soul to the machines a long time ago.
I have to.
But it does help that I'm really good at it. So it's like if you're gonna sell out, like don't suck at
Right.
Like I stopped doing organic art. Now I'm a mediocre digital artist. Yay! Like, no.
Yeah, I think it depends on what the nature of the finished work's going to be. If it's art for art's sake, then yeah, absolutely, like paintings or markers or something that can be put in a portfolio or hung on a wall is great. If it's going to be used for reproduction and it kind of has to be scanned and put into a digital process for graphic art and things like that, or if it's used in production like for animation or printing in that capacity, it does sort of make sense to work digitally just because it reduces the amount of work from finished art to print, because it's got to get on a computer before it can get to where
Anybody
it's
remember this? Digital art ain't real art. It's not real art.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Like real artists don't use pewters.
Yeah.
Real artists don't use reference.
So it's funny seeing this argument, which I think is apples and oranges between AI and digital art. But I remember hearing the same people like, these digital artists. But I look at it like speaking of vehicles, we talked about vehicles quite a bit tonight. I look at digital art as a faster vehicle that if you are using it, you should be able to go further faster. So I don't want to see something that you can do organically done digitally. I want to see something that you can do impossibly fast digitally, not necessarily fast, but more techniques piled on top of each other with digital art. So if you got a car, I expect you to drive 2 hours over to the next city. But if you got a rocket, I don't expect you to take that rocket to the next city, or I want you to go to the next planet over. So I put a higher standard on digital art than I do organic art, only because you can do so much more efficiently that a lot of people still are just lazy assholes.
Okay. I see you, Jiminy.
You see? Isn't that cool?
It's a very cool.
Jiminy ran through AI.
Oh, I'm about to say, wait a minute. That's
actually pretty good.
Look. He would be at Comic-Con next to me in a booth, eating me alive.
But it really is your drawing, though.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, but he can literally put some modifiers on that, and that could be Psylocke Storm. That could be anybody it wants it to be. Just that quick. That's how powerful the tool is. Once again, rocket ship. You can go to another universe with AI. That's how efficient and fast it is.
Yeah.
No,
that's
it's
cool,
pretty amazing what AI
pretty
can do
amazing.
now.
Yeah.
Getting a lot better.
I'm definitely.
But it can't make me no money, so I gotta go to Whatnot.
Right.
Whatnot link is in the description, so if you want to come and join me over there, please do. Otherwise, you guys are free to hang out in the chat as long as you want. But I gotta go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna get out of here as well, and then you guys can definitely talk about me behind my back. And
Talk about what
I can't because I'll be in.
is.
God, that Terry Huddleston. Who does that?
Here, speaking of Psylocke, did you see this one, Terry?
Oh, that's so sexy. I like that a lot.
She's beautiful.
What's funny? You need to quit drawing your wife all the damn time, man. Like you think we don't notice?
No.
It's the same.
That's all he draws. Except with
He's been drawing that same
beautiful woman he knows.
And so when I see her, I'm like, wait a minute, I shouldn't have these feelings. It's Mike's fault. It's Mike's fault. Wow, that's very hot, man.
All right, and this is Phoenix. So.
Oh, okay, that's coming along.
Shave her head.
I love all the rough texture in the.
Shave her head.
He did the Viking braid.
That's right. It's called the Dutch braid.
It's the racist braid. You know they say that, right? They say that. That's like the thing that they say. That's
like it's called a Dutch braid for a reason.
Well, it's like I said. It's like when you reminoritize yourself as a white person, they can't get around you. Like actually, it's the Dutch braid. So
all right. Well, thanks everybody for being here. Oh, by the way, if anybody cares, I'm having a sale on my Injustice pages. You can get almost any Injustice page for $500. So if you want that, hit me up at MikeSMillerArt.com. I've got a handful of them up there, but I also have hundreds of them in my FedEx boxes. So it's a Christmas special. That's right, Alpha Proto.
Very special Christmas.
Check it out. Otherwise, don't buy Jeff's book because he's not here.
Oh no!
Dang. Dang.
And follow the rest of us to whatnot. Well, not all of us, but some of us. Matt, you going on?
Yeah, I might be going on.
All right. Hey, Jiminy.
What? Buy Jeff's books.
Rebellion. Rebellion.
Good.
All right. Say goodnight, everybody. Merry Christmas.
Night.
God bless everyone.
Merry
and Merry
Christmas.
Christmas. God bless everyone.
God bless us,
God bless everyone.